Thank you for stopping by. In this episode, we have funny stand-up comedian Edi Gibson talking about her journey down from Sacramento to Los Angeles, what it's like to date other comedians. We talk about her being adopted, talking about the road and how she's dealing with the whole pandemic. We're having a great time drinking some cold beers. This is recorded before the holidays, telling some old comedy stories. I know you're going to enjoy it. So check out the video on YouTube and listen to us on Spotify or iTunes. We'll talk to you in the next episode.
But I'm doing really well. I even got a boyfriend now. He's tinier than me.
Oh, you know you did this.
Smaller than you? No? More tiny wieners for me. Okay. You're messing up. You should date a guy smaller than you, because if he ever hurts you, you fuck that bitch up. I will throw him. He's like, he's little, you know how little guys try to act tough? When we go out and he sees guys staring at me, he'll be like, hey, you looking at my girlfriend? Because she will fuck you up. I'm like, yeah, that's right. I'm crazy. I don't care about anything. I try on underwear at Ross. I will fight everyone in here right now. I met his dad. You know how dads always try to do that thing where they try to scare you? You know, he sat me down and he goes, how are you going to protect my son? He reminded me of my own dad. My dad's crazy too. My dad, he collects classic cars. You guys into classic cars? Yeah? Anyone got a classic car? You do? What do you got? That's a stripper's car. I love classic cars too. I got a 2002 Toyota Corolla. But my dad's got a Shelby Mustang. Now that's a very nice car. He built it himself. And it's such a nice car that when we drive in it, guys will say things like, hey, your car is beautiful, and your girlfriend isn't too bad either. I know. And my dad will be like, yeah, she is beautiful. And this old hag is my daughter.
Give it up for Edi Gibson. It's funny.
I didn't know you were going to do that.
I know.
I'm a little embarrassed.
I know. Do you like how you sound?
Right now or in general?
In general. Do you have a problem with it? I can't stand it.
I hate hearing myself. I can't even like listen to my own Instagrams or anything like that.
I know, it's brutal.
I don't know. It's like, it's kind of like I just recoil. I'm like, I'm not funny. Like, why did I think that I could do this? I guess it's just like insecurity.
Yeah.
But some people have no problem with it. They'll just show everybody their stand-up, and it's usually awful.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do you not?
Yeah.
It's the same people who are like, I could do 3 hours. And then it's like, yeah, we could all do 3 hours. It's not going to be good is the problem.
Jesus. No, I know. Do you record your sets?
I do a lot of the time, but it's just like I can't listen to them. And so it's like I have to set aside a certain part of the day to be like, okay, I'm going to listen to them. And I just got to kind of grit my teeth and bear it. Yeah. Especially like to like when you want to submit to something or show, you have to know which set you're sending, and it has to be good. So, I mean, you have to listen to them. Yeah, it's brutal. It's so brutal. One guy wanted me to write out my whole set and email it to him. I'm like, writing it out, man. It's bad enough I hear it, but I don't know. It's just like... I think I have it written out somewhere, like word for word. I did it during the quarantine because I didn't want to forget it. Oh, okay. So I wrote it out so that when I'm not performing as much, I can someday just look at it and remember. Yeah, that's smart. Yeah, but it wasn't that bad to write it out. Yeah. I think it's like when you're writing it, you don't critique yourself as hard as you do when you're listening to yourself. Oh, okay. Just felt like homework, you know, and I hate homework. Yeah, I hate homework too, and I've been on a lot of podcasts, and thank God not yours, but that they'll be like, oh, can you listen to like 3 episodes before you come on, or can you research this topic? I'm like, no, dude, I don't want to do homework. Right, exactly. For a podcast. That's why I became a comedian. Yeah, I'm not good at schoolwork. Right. And I was homeschooled, so I never really had homework. Oh, okay. So perfect. So I'm not good at that kind of stuff. Oh, man. I have like severe ADHD. Oh, okay. I always have. Really? You've always seemed pretty calm to me. Or maybe. Yeah, because I'm usually drunk. When you see me, I'm usually at the Comedy Store drunk. Yeah. No, well, then you hold your liquor well because... Yeah, I do. I can drink. Yeah? Yeah, but Well, cheers to that. Cheers. We got some IPAs here. No, but I can drink. But I can't.
No, but you hold your liquor well. That's
I can,
amazing.
No,
you know
yeah,
what
I
mean?
definitely can drink
girls,
alcohol.
They can't. I'm, drunk. I can't even do a drunk girl.
I think because they don't eat.
Yeah, that could be it too.
The best. Okay, so when you've been drinking, best thing to do is go home and eat some oatmeal.
Okay.
That's like
It soaks it up.
I don't know what it does, but it's perfect, right? And it's easy to eat.
Yeah.
And then you drink. This is what I do. I drink 14 gulps of water.
Oh my god.
14.
After you get done drinking all night.
Yeah, so I won't be hungover.
Drink some more. Oh wow.
14 gulps.
That's smart.
You don't do.
No way, man.
Oh, I get hungover.
That's like homework for drunk people. Look, when you get home, drink some more.
Drink some water.
And it's not going to taste as good as this beer here, but it's going to.
No, it's definitely, you have to force it, but it really does
works?
help in the morning.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. Yeah.
But yeah, I've had some really hungover days. And I do my podcast, which is a scary podcast on Tuesdays. And so then I get really drunk after. And that's like my big drinking day.
Not during?
No. And then I have swim lessons on Wednesday morning.
What?
Yeah,
Jesus.
so I'm always like so hungover for the swim lesson that these poor kids probably just think I'm like the most like like energetic swim coach. But I'm always
you're teaching?
Yes, I'm hungover every
Jesus.
time I have to teach their lesson.
No, you were a swim coach.
Oh yeah, I've been coaching swimming for like 15 years.
Get out of here! Wow.
Yeah, I was a swimmer my entire life.
Get out of here! Do you have any bits on it?
No, I don't.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, I have like things kids have said to me that were funny, but I don't really talk about swimming too much.
Yeah.
I mean, people don't like watch swimming on TV or anything. It's not as like, I don't know. I don't think people are really that interested in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I should. I don't really have a lot of bits about being homeschooled too, but I need, that's what people are always like, you got to write more about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mostly just write about my family.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm the same way sometimes too. Like I guess I don't reveal everything about me in my stand-up. You know, there's some stuff, maybe I should talk about that I don't talk about.
Yeah, it's hard. Well, some things just like aren't that funny.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
or like that you don't have such a relationship with them that you want to talk about them.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this happened. I mean, I was in this weird situation, but maybe it's like the way you feel about it.
Yeah.
So you don't feel like it's funny because you don't have any, you have like a certain relationship with it. While other people are like, oh my God, why don't you talk about that? That's so funny.
Yeah.
You're like, I just don't have that relationship with it as it sounds. Like
right.
I really hated being homeschooled. And so I don't really like to talk about it that much when I do stand up. Because like a lot of my memories from it aren't like that great.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, yeah. That's why, like, sometimes I don't like doing bits on relationships because I don't want to have them to keep remembering that
bad thing that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there are lots of comedians who go on stage and tell you like the worst thing that's ever happened to them, like the darkest thing, and it's usually not funny.
Right.
Like it's really hard to make things that are so traumatizing funny.
Yeah.
And that's where you can see the real like comedians who are comedians because they're had a really hard time.
Yeah.
And the comedians who actually use that bad experience to make something funny.
Yeah.
Because usually it's like kind of just like cringe.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, you don't have to tell us that.
Right. I know.
It's okay.
I know, man.
And then you're like, should I laugh? I mean, like, I feel like by not laughing, I'm kind of being a dick, but like, it's also like not funny.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like liking a post where someone posts on Facebook and it's like some traumatizing thing. Like they're like, oh yeah, my mom and dad passed away. But it's like, do I like this?
Yeah, I know.
What do I put? What do I say?
I just like it. You know?
You're like, good.
Yeah.
All right.
Options are limited here.
You just put the sad face. Like, ooh.
Right.
I never know what to say.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's tough. I mean, have you ever had maybe a topic that you wanted to do, but like, I guess you didn't know how to make it funny until like years after, you know? Because like, I feel like that some topics maybe are like just too advanced for the person at the moment, you know?
Right. Well, everybody kind of starts off with like the race stuff and those kind of like easier things, and then they get in. I feel like they all get into the more like refined stuff later, kind of like the stuff that you wouldn't necessarily think of as funny at first.
Yeah.
I would say for me, I guess when I first started out, I was doing a lot kind of more hacky material.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you could still listen to me and be like, yeah, you still do. But I think, yeah, of course.
Yeah. I mean, we all need that hacky material for certain venues. I mean, I'm sure you've been in places and you're like, wow, you're laughing at this shit?
Especially when you're in LA where everybody is so judgmental. And everybody is like, when you do shows in LA, everyone's like, well, I could do that.
Right.
I'm an actor. I'm like, whatever, I could do that.
Yeah.
But when you go to different lands, different cities. I don't know what lands. What is this? Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
When you go to
Columbus
different
of stand-up. Yes.
When you go to different cities, like people are not used to being at comedy shows. They're not used to people being funny. So all the things you're saying to them, they're like, wow, I've never heard that Mexican people are short.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. They're hard workers.
They said it. You know, they don't, they to them, that's like revolutionary.
Yeah.
Oh, he said it.
Yeah. I know, right? They hear it for the 1000th time and they're like, yeah,
that's so true.
Yeah.
I have like a joke where I say that Mexican people like the Raiders is basically what the joke is about, and I always have people come in like, ooh, and I'm like, wait, is that's not racist, is it?
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything bad about anyone. I'm just saying they like the Raiders.
Right.
And people, oh.
Yeah.
It's like, where was the negative thing in this? Right. I guess like because the Raiders don't win ever. So,
Yeah. Anything. Well, they just like fighting, you know. So if you say anything about Raiders, they just want to turn it into a fight, you know.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of times like when you don't say anything that bad about anyone, but like people like kind of fill in the blanks with their own like narrative, and then they're like, oh, that's kind of, it's like no one said anything bad. You're kind of taking that from your experiences. My dad used to have a sticker on the back of his truck that said terrorist hunting license.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
And I've said that before, and people are like, oh my gosh. And it's like, well, are we like in favor of terrorists?
Right.
Like I didn't mention any race. I'm just terrorists.
Yeah.
We don't like them.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, can everyone be on board with the fact that I don't like terrorists?
Yeah.
I don't know what I guess like you do.
Yeah.
Like I never said any race.
Yeah.
But you are putting this connotation, not anybody else. I mean, terrorists are bad.
Right. Yeah.
Terrorists are bad, and they come in all different types of people. So, but it's like people, oh my gosh, you're being, I'm not being anything. I don't like terrorists.
There you go. Nice. Yeah.
My dad didn't like them either. I don't know. Like, I didn't know this was like a terrorist friendly.
Yeah. But it is something, it's like next level to buy a bumper sticker and then put it on your car.
Yeah. No,
No, there's one thing of thinking it. I agree, you know, but it's, you know, I mean, it's just telling. It says a lot about somebody's personality.
Yeah, it does. It's any kind of bumper sticker, really. Even the type of person who puts a bumper sticker, no matter what it is. Right. That's like, a certain personality. Like
my kids and the honor roll.
Yeah. To clean that little space off your car and then stick that thing on and be like, this is me.
Yeah.
Everyone who's driving, check it out.
Right. Yeah.
Look at me.
Right. It's lopsided. No, let me straighten it out.
Yeah.
No, there it is. Yeah. In all its glory.
Yeah. It's more of a statement than the license plate frame.
Yeah.
It's more of a statement than that.
Yeah.
The bumper sticker.
Right. Totally. Yeah.
Is like, it's
next level.
It's so much. I want to get one.
Yeah.
That says, I don't have any.
Yeah.
I'm like acting like it's a tattoo.
Yeah.
I want to get one.
It is kind of like, I mean, well, the tramp stamp is like a bumper sticker, right?
Right. I want to get one that says something about how I drive really slow so people aren't so angry at me. Like, I saw one that said like 0 to 60 eventually. I'm like, okay, that's like kind of me, you know?
Funny.
I won't, because you know I drive a smart car. Right?
No.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you did. I got that tiny little car.
Really? Oh, I got.
And the wheels are so small, and it just doesn't go that fast.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I always feel bad, like people are.
Well, didn't you have a scooter too?
Yeah, I had a Vespa.
Yeah.
Well, not a Vespa, but I had a.
Yeah, it looked
similar,
like a Vespa.
Yeah, similar model.
Yeah. It's like all retro, right?
Yeah, I had that for a couple years and I loved it.
Yeah.
It's so cold though.
Oh, okay.
It's so cold.
Yeah.
I took a lot of guys places on the back of that.
What do you mean? Oh, you took guys places?
Mm-hmm. I took a couple comedians to like mics with me. I had another helmet.
That's hilarious.
I'd go and like if we were at the comedy store, I'd be like, you want to go to Marty's or something down the street? And they're like, sure. I'm like, all right, get on the back. And I got pretty good at driving people around.
Wow.
But it's obviously just so dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just so dangerous. I fell off of it twice.
Did you? Holy shit.
And one time I was leaving the comedy store and I was going down one of those huge hills.
Yeah.
And it had just rained. And I just, when I tried to stop, I like flipped over.
Jesus.
And luckily I was wearing a bunch of jackets and padded stuff.
Yeah.
So I didn't get hurt.
And a helmet.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But, and then another time I just ran over something in the road and it like totally wiped me out.
Jesus.
So I was like, it was never even like other cars or anything.
Yeah.
But
okay. Yeah.
it was just like so dangerous.
Yeah. Right.
So I was like, I've been lucky a lot of times.
Yeah.
So I don't want to keep doing this.
Right on.
So I was like, let me get a smart car.
Yeah.
That's safe.
It's like the same thing, but just more wheels. Yeah.
Yeah, it is basically like the next level of like unsafety.
Yeah.
But I like the thing that you park anywhere. You can go to the beach every day if you want.
Wow.
Park and right next to the beach.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Can you use the carpool lane? Are you allowed to do that?
Oh, like if I don't have another person, I don't know.
No, okay.
I wouldn't because that lane goes fast.
Yeah.
And I feel like such a dick. Like whenever I'm in the fast lane and I'm not going that fast, I always move over to like the slowest lane.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I couldn't hang in that lane. I don't think.
Right on.
You have a motorcycle, right? Or you did?
Yeah, yeah.
I think I remember that.
Yeah. No, I dude. Let me just tell you something, man. There's nothing hotter than a girl on a motorcycle, even a scooter. That's fucking. Did you get hit on a lot?
Oh, I don't even remember. That seems like it was so long ago.
Yeah.
That was so long ago. I did ride it one time in a skirt, and that's when I wiped out on it. Of course. Are you
serious? Oh.
Of course. It was like the one day that I did that, and I wiped out on it. And then I was on the way to Rock Paper, which was an open mic. This was like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And I had road rash all the way up my leg.
Jesus. You still went to the mic. Look at you.
Well, I was like
hardcore.
there. And so I was like, man, I probably got to go to the hospital.
Really? Jesus.
Well, just to make sure everything was okay. And then I was like, hey, can anyone drive me to the hospital? Because I just like fell off my bike. And everyone was like, oh, no, I got a spot. I'm going up like, like 3.
That's so funny. Yeah.
I'm going up in like 3. I can't.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. They wouldn't take you to the hospital.
Nobody would take me.
Because they waited around all night to get up on stage.
Yeah. They're like, no, man, I got to do this quick.
Yeah.
3 minutes.
Right. I got to work out this new bit.
And then I'm heading over to another mic. So
sorry, Edie, you're going to have to bleed to death.
I drove myself.
Wow.
On the Vespa.
Jesus.
I got back on it and I was like, I got to go to the hospital.
Wow.
So I went all the way down Sunset to the hospital.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. And then I mean, it was just, they just cleaned it up because it was pretty bad.
Yeah? Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had one of those scooters when I was like 11. Yeah, I've been riding pretty much since I was like 9 years old. And I used to have a scooter when I was like 9.
How many cc's?
It was a small one, like 50.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you were going like 15 miles an hour.
Yeah, I mean, it got up to like maybe 30, 35, you know? Yeah, I was riding around.
35 is pretty fast.
Yeah, 15,
it
15
feels
is fast.
Super fast.
People don't realize if you wipe out going 15 miles an hour, you're going to have a bad day.
Right. Both times I wiped out, I was probably going 15 to 20.
Yeah.
And you really go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you are going.
No, totally.
It's not nothing for sure.
Right. No,
So I can't even imagine going like 40 or like on the freeway or
yeah,
something. I can't
right.
even
Yeah.
imagine.
No, I mean, dude, believe me, I count my blessings all the time because I grew up in Illinois, in Chicago. So there's no helmet
I
law.
knew that.
There's
There
no,
wasn't?
No.
There is
no,
now,
there's-
though.
No, there's no helmet law. And
Wow.
Edie, let me just tell you something. You couldn't tell me to. I mean, obviously they sell helmets, but there's no helmet law. So everyone in Illinois is like, fuck yeah, I'm not going to wear a helmet. I look stupid. And that's the way they think. And that's the way I thought. You know what I mean? It wasn't until years later that I thought, oh my God, dude, I saved myself from possibly being a vegetable because I've wiped out over 20 times.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you realize when you hit your head because
Yeah.
you see it on the helmet. You see the big dip or the road rash, and you're like, dude, that was supposed to be my head.
Yeah.
I always wore a helmet because I got when I was a kid, I was rollerblading. And my sister came by with the dog, and the dog was on a leash, and she tripped me with the leash.
Oh.
And I hit my head so hard, I broke the helmet that I was wearing when I was a kid.
Oh,
and so I was like,
Jesus.
I'm always wearing a helmet.
Oh my God, you broke the helmet?
Yeah.
Holy
it was like
shit.
one of those 90s
Yeah.
Lisa Frank
Right, right.
helmets with like
Yeah.
flamingos on it.
Right.
It wasn't like a heavy duty helmet, but it still broke. So then from then on, I was like, I'm always wearing a helmet.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, no, I fell off the monkey bars when I was a kid because I used to climb everything. You know what I mean? Trees.
Monkey
everything.
bars are the best.
Yeah, I fell off and I totally hit my head. Boom, right on my head.
Like in the wood chips?
No, concrete.
What? Who
Yeah.
puts concrete on the other side of the monkey bars?
Yeah.
Might as well just put spikes,
Yeah,
lava.
it was the 80s, early 80s.
It was the 80s.
Yeah.
They wanted you to be able to skateboard up to it and then do the monkey bars and then
Yeah.
fall off on your own. Yeah, the danger of those playgrounds.
Yeah. Oh, dude, there was no safety.
Some
things
of them
back
were
then.
like
Yeah.
purposely dangerous, like the
Yeah.
one where you spin around really fast where
Oh,
people spin
yeah.
you.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
what was the point of that?
Yeah.
Just for people to get hurt, for
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
It was so fun though.
Oh, it was. It was,
It
a
was
lot
the
of
best.
fun.
Did you ever do the one where it was like a log and you could run on it?
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah,
that
those-
shit will wipe you
Yeah,
out
yeah.
so quick. And it's right on the face.
Yeah. Oh.
It's right on the face. And on that same note, did you finish what you were saying, right? I don't want to cut you off.
Yeah.
I went to Laughing School in Atlanta. Laughing Skull, not Laughing School. I learned that there.
Nice.
But no, I went to a comedy festival and I was on those bird scooters.
Yeah.
And I went over a crack. And I thought since I was always on a Vespa and
Yeah.
I was good to go.
Yeah.
I broke my 2 front teeth out.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, that was like-
recently? Yeah,
Maybe like a year ago.
Jesus. So those are fake?
Yeah, these 2 teeth are fake now.
The front ones?
Mm-hmm.
So what happened?
I went over a crack and it didn't go, and I just smashed my face into the
It
handlebar.
just stopped?
Yeah, and I remember because I felt my teeth break, and I was like, "Shit! I just broke my teeth."
Jesus.
And then I'm like sitting there looking for my teeth. I was like, "Where are my teeth? Where are my teeth?" And my friend was like, "What?"
Were you drinking?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, I had it earlier. For legal reasons, this was a joke.
Oh, okay. All right.
This
Yeah.
was all a joke.
Why,
I
you
was
sued
not
him?
drinking at all. I was a completely sober person.
Yeah.
And
Did you have a lawsuit?
I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
just saying. I'm just saying. Like I filed something, but I don't know. Like
okay.
if anything will come of it, just because it cost me $3,000 to get both of them fixed.
3,000? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I believe it.
Yeah. So I did contact somebody, but I don't know what'll come of it.
Yeah.
Because I think you sign a waiver when
Yeah.
you sign up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so I broke both of those out, and then I had to go home in a couple hours, fly back to LA. So
Toothless?
yeah, because I couldn't go to the hospital, I didn't have time, so I just had to get on the
You
plane.
had a flight? Oh, shit.
like in a couple hours.
Oh, my God. So, like, you had half a teeth?
Yes.
Is that, they just straight up broke off?
Yeah, one broke in half, and the other one just like cracked, and then it like died.
Dude, that just... Oh, my
It
God.
was
your
so
front teeth, dude.
brutal. It was
You got
so
a great
brutal.
smile, too, man. Fuck. That sucks.
It was so brutal.
You can't tell.
And I have strong teeth too. I went to the hospital when I got back to
Yeah.
LA, and the doctor's like, "Oh, that sucks. You had such nice teeth."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, that's too bad. It'll never be the same. I was like,
Yeah.
oh man.
So what did they pull them out, or did they just put them on top?
They
the
like
existing
shaved.
top?
They shaved them down.
Yeah.
I'll have to send you a picture. I took so many
Don't
pictures.
send me a picture.
No, it's not like bloody
Yeah.
or anything. They shave them down into
Yeah.
like 2 little spikes,
Oh, Jesus.
and then they put like new teeth on.
Fuck. Yeah, no, dude, that fucking Jesus.
Somebody was like, oh, that's great. And I was like, why is that great? And they were like, because you kind of had horse teeth before.
Oh.
And I was like, really?
F them.
No, but I was like, no one's ever told me that. Did I have horse teeth before? And they were like, yeah, you kind of had horse teeth.
No, you didn't.
And I was like, oh, I guess maybe it was a good thing.
No.
But
Dude, that's crazy, man. Fuck. Maybe they're trying to make you feel better. Like, yeah, you got rid of those.
yeah. Oh, they were really
Right.
ugly. Maybe
Yeah.
they were.
Right.
Now, when I like to shoot, like I like to go out to this shooting range,
Uh-huh.
and now I'm so scared to like get recoil back from the gun that like it's really affected my ability to shoot.
Right.
Especially like the better guns with more fun.
Yeah.
With
Right,
Yeah,
the recoil, I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oof.
Right.
Now I'm like really nervous about things like hitting my teeth.
Jesus. Fuck. Man, I would be too.
Yeah.
It's awful, dude. Yeah, I mean, Simon Cowell just got in a huge accident. He bought an electrical bike, and I guess he got
Like
on it.
a moped?
No, just like, they now these bikes out there, like a regular bike, they have, they're just like, electrical, where they put a little fucking electrical motor on it, and it just fucking flies.
He got in like an accident with a car?
No, he got on his new electrical bike, and I guess he hit the power, and it just flew out with him, and then he fell on his back, and then he's got to get back surgery. He's got like,
Yeah, because he's kind of older.
yeah.
But that's how we all get on our first bike or electrical vehicle.
Yeah.
We all get on it, and
Yeah.
you go,
You
and then
boom.
you go right
Exactly.
into the wall
Yeah.
or whatever. That's how it goes.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's how it happened for me. You don't know how much gas
Right.
is gonna
No, I know.
rocket you forward.
And then you're kind of like stuck, and you're kind of freeze
'Cause you don't know how to
It's all right.
Sorry, you don't know how to. You don't know how to stop it right away.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. No, it's all right. She spilled her
I got
beer.
way too excited
Yeah,
about the story.
Yeah. No, I mean, no, it's crazy, man.
I did exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah,
I was like, you don't know how to.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, remember, this is the audio too, so people are listening to it, and they're like, "What do you mean? What are you doing?"
What just happened?
Yeah.
I just spilled my beer.
Yeah, it's because she was
I was
doing
so
the
excited.
motorcycle movement.
I was too excited about the
yeah.
motorcycle thing. But yeah, that's what happens. And he's a little old to be getting like a new, unless it's like one of those little
the guy's
scooters.
a billionaire. You know what I mean? When you're
Yeah.
a billionaire, and not only that, I bet like companies just send them stuff, right? Hey,
Yeah,
try
and he's
this,
like,
try
why don't
that.
I try it?
Yeah,
By himself and everything.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, obviously, I would do exactly the same thing. I wouldn't wait
Yeah.
to try it. I would just go try it.
Right?
But don't you need a license or something?
No, it's just
If
like
it's
you don't need
under-
it for those birds.
If it's 150 cc's, you don't need
I'm
a.
telling you, like Edie, these electronic bikes now, like it looks more like a bike than a motorcycle. It's not. It doesn't have that engine. It doesn't need it. It just needs a battery, and it just
Right.
It has the motor, like it's in the wheel. So I mean, it looks more like a bicycle than it does a motorcycle. It has no engine.
God.
Yeah, and they're so fast. I mean, just like those birds or those what you wiped out on.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like those things are fast.
They do go fast. And I was literally having like probably the best time I've ever had in my
Really?
entire life right before that happened.
In Atlanta,
I was having so much fun.
what are you doing?
Do you ever have those dreams like that you can fly or you're like jumping on top of different buildings? And it was
Yeah.
like that. Like I was like, I've felt this feeling before. It's that feeling you get from dreams where you're like so
Yeah.
free.
Yeah, yeah.
I had that feeling in real life. And then I saw my friend go over the crack and I was like, oh, I could do that too. And it just clipped the wheel and
yeah,
it,
pull up the handlebars. You didn't do that.
no, I went forward.
Right. Because you didn't pull it up.
You think?
Yeah, because like you got stuck right in the
I
crack.
see what you mean.
Yeah.
You mean like
right.
jump it up.
Yeah, you kind of like just like
Yeah.
because all your weight it probably stopped
Yeah.
you right in that crack. And those wheels are small, man.
They are.
Dude, like there's tons of people like hurting themselves really bad. On
Yeah,
those.
somebody actually had the exact, when I contacted the company, somebody actually had the same exact injury.
I've been avoiding the dentist for a couple. I need to go for a cleaning, and I keep rescheduling it. They're like,
This is so ghetto, but I do my own cleaning.
"How do you do
I
it?"
have like the tools,
Oh, good.
and I just like go and I
Nice.
do it myself. I also do it for my dog.
Really?
Yeah. So
And is he cool with it? Or is-
no, he doesn't like it, but
Yeah.
it's not like he's like loving it. But
Yeah.
I just give him treats and stuff.
yeah, that's smart.
Do you have a dog?
No, I have a cat.
Oh, you're cat man. Well, whenever people are like, I don't understand why people like cats more than dogs.
No, I don't. I love dogs, and I like cats. But
I like cats, but
yeah, it was my sister's cat, and she moved, so I took it. But
You
she's a great cat. She's like a dog.
the way, that's what I was going to say. You can always tell people when it's like, yeah, cats are not as good as dogs. Because what do people say when they want to say their cat is
Is
better, is better than a dog? They say, oh, it's just as cool as a dog. But it's like,
Yeah.
Then-
no, I'm saying she acts like a dog.
Oh,
'Cause,
yeah.
like like she comes to me like when I come home, you know what I mean? And she
Yeah.
like, no, what cat does that? They're always like, F you.
I've never had cats that have been
No.
sweet to me at all.
Yeah.
It's like you give them one bath and then they never trust you again.
Yeah.
My cat like had shit all over her, and I put her in the bath, and she never trusted me ever again.
Really?
I was like, what was I supposed to
Yeah.
do?
Yeah.
I'm
Jesus.
just like,
Yeah.
I have to clean you.
Yeah.
But yeah, they hold grudges.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they do. Yeah. That just means they're smart, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. Like, for somebody, like, for an animal like that to remember. Like, dogs, they don't fucking care.
I think my dog does not like me as much as he likes everybody else, because I'm the one who had to be like on him about like not peeing in the house and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think he remembers, but he kind of just is like, I'll take what I can get. Like,
Yeah.
if you're only here,
Yeah.
then I'll come sit in your lap. But if anyone else is here, then
Yeah.
I'm going to be hanging out with them instead. Because, like, I'm the one who's got to be like, no,
Yeah.
when he does bad things and stuff like that. I'm the enforcer,
Oh, okay. Right.
right?
yeah.
He's with my friend Jeff right now.
Okay.
Yeah, he has his own, like, friends
Oh, okay.
that he goes and hangs out with. But my dad was a dog trainer,
Uh-huh.
and I just always, like, was, like, raised that dogs are not people. So they don't sit on the couch, they don't come inside, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
But now, obviously, I'm not like that with my dog. I'm a lot more loose, but
Uh-huh.
I was pretty hard on him when I had to train him. Like, I crate trained him. And so that's kind of like you have to lay down the law. You have to put him in
Yeah.
the crate.
Yeah.
And that's not fun for them.
Why? What does that teach them?
Because dogs won't pee where they sleep.
Oh.
And so when you have them in the crate, it basically makes them hold their pee until they go outside.
Get out.
Yeah. So so if you keep them in the crate until they have to pee, then they'll learn quicker that they have to go outside to pee.
That makes perfect sense. I never knew that. Yeah. Yeah, no, really.
Well, dogs will not pee where they sleep,
Oh, okay.
but some, I guess, will do, but it's
Yeah.
very, very rare.
Right.
Some of them are wonky.
That's amazing. That's great.
And like a lot of the breeds are harder to break, like Chihuahuas are just
Okay.
impossible to.
Yeah.
I had a Chihuahua, and I would she would just pee and poop right, like on her own face. She didn't care.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
they're like those they're like girls who are really cute but just have like no hygiene. You're like, why don't you just like, like take a shower? Like, it would be so good for you. And they're just like, nah, I don't care. Like, I know a lot of girls like that. I know like 2 girls who don't wear underwear, like with their pants. And I'm like, that makes your pants your underwear.
Yeah.
Do you wash your pants?
Yeah.
Every time you wear them?
Right. No.
No, you
I
don't.
know.
So basically, you're just wearing the same pair of underwear
Yeah.
over and over and over again.
Yeah. No, totally.
And you have to explain this to women,
Wow.
adult women.
Wow.
Like, how could you not understand? Like, now your pants are your underwear.
Yeah.
There's nothing in between.
Yeah. Wash your ass, guys.
Just wash it.
Yeah.
Just wash it. Jeez. And I guess it's men too. Men can be.
Yeah. But it's
Messy.
more of a masculine thing you know,
to be, but
to be
I feel like
raw
girls
dogging.
are just as like dirty
Yeah.
as guys. But it's just like they have more shit.
No, for sure. Yeah.
We have more shit to like be dirty with.
Yeah.
Like we have all the lotions and sprays and stuff like that. So
you
it's
got
just
more
clutter.
crevices and stuff. Like, yeah.
More
so
crevices.
things get fucking, yeah. Well, think about it. I mean, right? I mean,
It's
bacteria's got to chill somewhere. That's their
we
cave.
got more crevices. We got more crevices. I mean, that's why they make more lotions and things like that for women, and they market that stuff towards women because they're like, "What about your crevices?
Yeah, is it clean?
Yeah, is your crevices all
Yeah,
right?
you
Like,
need
come
to
on,
clean
man.
your crevice.
People can smell your crevices. You don't
They
want
can.
that."
No, man, believe me.
I saw this whole thing where there was because I'm on TikTok a lot, and there's a lot of young kids.
Yeah.
And a lot of girls were like, "Can other people smell me?" And I was like, "Yes, of course." Like I'm like their like older sister. I'm like telling them all the things. Yes, of course they can.
Yeah.
If you can smell you, other people can smell you. And if you can smell you, that means it's really bad.
Yeah.
Because usually your nose masks your own odors.
Yeah.
That's why people whose houses smell like pee don't know.
Yeah.
Because it's like your nose is just like, forget about it.
It's true.
It's everywhere.
It's true.
Just forget about it. So if you smell yourself, that's a pretty bad sign.
Yeah. No, it's bad.
Yeah. I myself am a very like sweaty person. Like I'm sweating right now. I sweat on my face and everything.
Yeah.
And people will be like, "Oh my God, dude, you're like sweaty." Like I get the armpit sweat.
Yeah.
And
It's tough.
there's nothing you can do about it.
No.
I mean, you can get like Botox or something.
Yeah.
But imagine getting Botox for your armpits.
Yeah. That's
a weird thing to have to do.
Yeah.
Like
I
it's
can't
gotta be
imagine
pretty
a
bad.
needle like getting, it's really soft down there. It's like crazy.
Yes. It's like getting your armpit tattooed or something. Like it's terrible.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not gonna do any of that. I'm just gonna be sweaty. I'm just gonna be sweaty.
Yeah.
I'm like the only person I've ever seen who sweats on their face, like my lip.
Yeah.
Just sweats.
It's all right. It needs to get out, right? It means you're hydrated. No?
Maybe.
Yeah. 'Cause, I mean, if
or it
you
just
were,
means I held my pee for a really long time until it went back up. Can you imagine if you just hold your pee for so long and then it comes out of your sweat?
Yeah.
That sucked for me because it's like right above my mouth. It's like, does this smell like pee? And you're like, no, it doesn't smell like pee. Maybe there's a cat or something.
How about on stage? You sweat too?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Yes, I sweat so much, and it's got to be ugly. It's got to be gross. But you know what? I see so many male comics that sweat so much. And so I'm not. There's the ones that like sweat so much on their head. They're like dabbing their head with like a handkerchief.
Yeah.
When I can't wait to get to be like an older comic.
Yeah.
Like an old comic where you can just like sit down and smoke a cigarette and tell it like it is from so much maturity.
Yeah.
That's gonna be cool. I wonder who will still be doing it.
Yeah. You could do it now.
Yeah, but not with my sweaty, stinky self.
Yeah, maybe
with my broken teeth. Yeah, so I already sound like I have a country accent, which is I guess something people from Sacramento have.
Do they?
Do you know any other comics from Sacramento?
No.
We all have like this like a little country twang.
Yeah.
That's like it's not like a Bay Area thing. It's just like a very Sacramento thing. Let me see. Do you know Mikey Winfield? He's from Sacramento.
Maybe.
Jessica Wellington's from Sacramento.
They sound like you?
You know Jessica Wellington? Stephen Fury?
Yeah. I know. Wait. Yeah, I thought she was like from like South Carolina.
I think she was born there, but she like grew up in Sacramento.
Oh, okay.
And then Stephen Fury, and then me.
Yeah.
And then kind of like a little bit of a country-ish.
Oh, okay.
Country-ish.
Well, it's kind of rural, right? Am I saying that right?
Rural? No, definitely not.
Ural?
Ural?
Yeah.
No, it's not urinal. It's not a urinal.
It's rural.
Ball Sacramento.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, but yeah, it's kind of like it's like a lot of like farms though, right?
No, it's like a city, but the neighboring towns are definitely farms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
When I accidentally took the train too far once, and I ended up in Merced, and it was such a country town that the people were taking pictures of the train when it came in. Like they'd never seen a train before.
That's right.
Like, what is this new technology?
Yeah. Oh, are they from the future?
Are they from the future? Is this the Polar Express?
Yeah.
Like, that's how. So, yeah, the neighboring
okay.
towns definitely. But
Right
it's
on.
really close to San Francisco.
Yeah.
Like an hour and a half away.
Yeah, no, I've done Tommy T's.
Oh, yeah, Tommy T's. I
Yeah.
like Tommy T's.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tommy T's. They booked me a couple times, but the first time I came, they forgot. They booked me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
Oh.
forgot about it. I was like, oh, okay.
Did they put you up?
Later they did,
Oh.
but I was already there.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
it was kind of like, okay, now I got to figure out what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I think in Northern California, I had my worst bombs. I'm taking over the podcast now.
In
Where
the
are your,
north?
yeah, where, no, like in general, where have your worst bombs been?
North Hollywood.
Okay, well,
No,
that's given.
Yeah. No.
We all bomb in North Hollywood.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I guess it's not where you think. Because, I mean, I've done this little town in Nevada. It was like Trump country. And I've done, Obama jokes. And they didn't like that so much. And, but I just switched it up. And they ended up liking me.
I'll tell you.
I could bomb anywhere.
Yeah,
Doesn't
yeah,
matter.
no, you
I
could.
bomb anywhere. You
I
see
did-
these shows?
Yeah.
You know how many times I bombed in these shows?
Have you ever been to the Airliner? Remember that place? The Airliner Casino?
Yeah.
I saw somebody bomb there so bad that someone in the crowd was like, hey, you want to take this outside? Like he was going to beat him up. Beat him up for bombing so bad. He's like, you suck.
That's hilarious. That's
He was going to get beat up for bombing. Like he wasn't saying anything offensive.
Yeah.
He just was not being
Right.
funny. And people
Wow.
were mad.
yeah.
I mean, people are like losing
Yeah.
money and they're just watching you bomb.
Right. Oh, okay, I got it.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
No, it was the Dodgers were playing the Astros
Okay.
and they lost. Okay,
That's
And,
weird.
Yeah, there was a World Series and they lost.
When?
This was a couple years ago, and then I was at the scene, and the scene. So there was a lot of drunk, angry cholos there, and I had to start the show after the Dodgers just lost. That was horrible.
Yeah. I think when I first started doing comedy, my worst bomb was like in front of like more than 500 people at the San Jose Improv when it was like 2 floors.
Yeah.
And it was full of people. And I had just started doing comedy. It was like a bringer show.
Yeah.
And I just bombed for 5 minutes straight.
Yeah.
And it was so bad that afterwards, the next comic got on and was like, what the fuck was that? And everyone was like, ah!
Wow.
It was Brian Swinehart.
He said that?
Yeah. He was like, what the fuck?
Oh.
And everyone was like, yeah, that's fucking messed up.
Yeah.
It was so bad, man. And then like people still talk about it, how bad it
They
was.
still talk
Yes,
about
like Ron Jocelyn and Michael Q. They like bring it up all the time. They told like Kim Jong and they told like
Yeah.
a bunch of like bigger comics, and so like and they were like laughing about it like in green rooms that I'm not even in. Like people have reported to me, they were like, oh my god, they were talking about this bomb you had.
no.
That was so bad. And it really was like everybody just hated me.
Yeah.
I went into the bathroom afterwards and I was crying. And the show had just gotten out, and all these women came up, and none of them were like even trying to console me about it. They're like, "It's just maybe not for you." They were like, you just maybe this isn't your thing or whatever.
There's nothing worse than hearing a person that works at Carl's Jr. just look at you like, "Hey, maybe the same."
Yeah.
And you're like, "What?"
And then when I was like standing with the other comics, this lady came up and she was like, "You were so funny. You were so funny." And she got to me, she goes, "And you have the cutest shoes."
Ah. No.
That was like the first year I did comedy, and I was like, I can't believe I kept doing it.
Yeah. Oh,
I can't believe it because that was really so bad.
Yeah, that's crazy. Usually with more people, it's
easier.
harder to bomb.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, because the probability is more likely that somebody will get it,
Right.
but it wasn't.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
People get in like a mob mentality.
Yeah. No, it's crazy.
Yeah, they get in like a mob mentality, and they're like, okay, we all don't think this is funny.
Yeah.
We are all cells in the same organism.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that was the worst ever. And then I never bombed like that ever again. Luckily, I probably scrapped every single thing I ever said up until that point and changed myself completely.
Yeah.
But yeah, that and yeah, I'm surprised I didn't stop. This is probably the longest I've ever stopped for. It's been so long.
Yeah.
I've only been doing like one show every once in a while. I just did Arizona. I did Glendale, Arizona.
Oh, cool. How was it?
The weekend. It was good, but it's only 50% capacity.
Oh, okay.
But we sold a lot of shirts and stuff like that, and it
Nice.
was good. But it's just crazy.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like all the things that you thought were so important are really not. They can just be taken away in a second, you know?
Yeah.
Like all these comedy clubs that we work so hard to get into over the years are probably just going to now have to close.
Yeah.
I mean, and all that work you put in is like, wasn't important,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
Do you think the Comedy Store is going to close?
It's possible. Yeah, absolutely. And then with Joe Rogan gone and like some of these other bigger comics, not that Joe Rogan was keeping the doors open.
But
he wasn't.
He does have a huge, humongous fan base.
Yeah.
And people come to see him.
Yeah.
So he doesn't keep the doors open, but it sure helps.
Yeah.
Because before that, they were booking me. Like I was getting booked. So it's like they were kind of desperate.
Yeah. It's hilarious.
Because like Tommy would be there and he'd be like, come show up at late night.
Yeah.
You can get on. And then he wouldn't even be there.
Uh,
And you just be like, Tommy said I could get on.
But I mean, what happened with Tommy was kind of like what you're describing right here. I kind of put in my time with him and then he was fired.
Exactly.
So
it's like, it's the same thing. You put all your time into these clubs and then there's no guarantee that it's even going to be here tomorrow.
Right.
Because the last time I was at the Comedy Store was probably in March.
Yeah.
Maybe before this all happened.
Yeah.
I was in Tahoe doing shows and then I came back and that was it for like 8 months.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just like it can get pulled out from under you so fast. And now Joe Rogan doesn't live here anymore. Brian Redband moved away.
Theo
It's
Von.
like, and now everything's completely different.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you think those clubs might close? I think the Laugh Factory is probably going to have to close.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could very well close. And well, I always thought that the Comedy Store was at threat from closing after Mitzi died. Because
I thought when Tommy was running it, I knew that it was like maybe going to be sold.
Mm-hmm.
But then I thought when they got the new general manager, and then they bumped up Adam to the booker, I thought everything started doing really well.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, obviously, I don't know. I'm not looking at the books.
Yeah.
But it just seemed like it was doing really well.
Yeah.
I mean, they stopped booking me as much. So then I was like, man, now they're doing well.
Right.
But I hope it stays open.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
I hope they all stay open, obviously.
Right.
I even heard like the Improv was going to be in trouble.
The Improv, yeah. I mean,
what can you do if you don't make money for a year?
yeah. No, even the Ha-Ha's closed, man. Like these places are closed.
That
man.
one I feel really, really worried about, sad about, because I really like the owners. Are such good people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then what do you do after that?
I don't know, join the circus? I don't know. The circuses are probably going to be closed too, man.
Yeah, the circus is definitely closed. And the government really has done very little to help out all these businesses and like the people. We got like one check for $1,200, and they're
I
like,
thought they were going to send another check.
yeah, they were like,
say?
make it last a year. Like that's not enough, and they're like, make it enough.
Yeah. I saved my letter because it's so funny. Donald Trump is signed by Donald Trump. Yeah, your stimulants check.
Yeah.
I was like, oh wow, look, I got a letter by Donald Trump.
I should have saved it because that is kind of hilarious.
Yeah, no,
I saved my I voted stickers from the recent election because this is actually my first time voting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I never voted because I just never cared.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Right. No,
I never thought it mattered.
No, I didn't vote because I thought that I was gonna hit. I thought that's the way they find you for jury duty. Yeah, right.
What are you, Dale Gribble?
Yeah.
from Hank of the Hill, from King of the Hill. That's how they find you.
Oh, really? Is that
He's
what
like
he
a
said?
conspiracy guy.
That's funny.
Which is so funny because the podcast I have is like a conspiracy podcast, like a horror and conspiracy podcast.
Oh.
True Scary Stories with Edie. I'm plugging it.
What was your last podcast about?
It was about. I think it was just a mix of like scary. Oh no, it was like this could happen to you. It was like people's real accounts of things like that were really bad that they almost happened to them. Like they were about to get kidnapped or someone was planning to murder them, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think tonight we're doing that Malaysian flight that went missing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing it with Daniel Moquin.
Yeah.
I usually do it with Nick Guerra, but he's out of town. He's in Texas performing.
Oh, okay.
So, but the podcast, it does really well.
Aren't you his opener or a feature act?
Yes.
What happened?
I don't
You
know.
guys still
He just
together?
didn't ask. He didn't ask me to do it.
Oh, wow.
But
You did tell me you were dealing with a crisis.
yeah. I've been dealing with some crises.
What happened?
With I don't want to talk about it. I've been dealing with some family issues.
Let's talk about it.
Okay. No, I've just been dealing with some family stuff that my brother's a doctor, and he's a doctor in Sacramento. So there's been a lot of just like bad stuff surrounding what's been going on with the pandemic and stuff like that. So it's just been a lot on my family. And then my parents are older too. And I have Crohn's disease. I'm immune compromised.
Yeah.
So it's been really hard to like get everybody together. And like, I don't think we're going to be having Christmas this year.
Oh.
Yeah. And Christmas is huge in my family.
Really?
Yeah. But I think that my brother is going through a lot as being a healthcare professional.
Yeah.
And
like what it's getting to him like emotionally.
I think it's
or? Yeah. Wow.
It's been ever since this has started. My dad's an electrician. My mom's a teacher, so it hasn't been really affecting my dad that much. But my mom obviously can't teach. She's a special ed teacher. So I think this whole thing has been really, really hard on my family, and so it's just like it would have been nice to like all come together for Christmas. Especially since that's like our major holiday for my family, but I just don't see it happening this year. So I'm kind of waiting for them to say like
it's canceled.
Yeah, because everyone's kind of been like bailing out.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I don't think I should go, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And my brother, he's dealing with this stuff, so it's not like he can just be irresponsible and be like, yeah, everyone come and stay at my house and all that, because I usually stay with them too.
But he's going to get the vaccine, isn't he? Because he's on the front lines.
I hope so. I haven't talked to him about it at all.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. And it just came this Monday.
Yeah. Dude, there's something like really crazy going on like in the world right now. I just can't believe that this happened during the time when we had a president who had never done any kind of like political
Politician.
like it's like those things like it's like sending someone who's never been to school to be a doctor. It's like, oh, you've never done this before, okay, we have to teach you everything right now. And it's like, basically, and also there's going to be a huge pandemic that's never been foreseen.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it was foreseen, but like that's going to happen now when we're the least prepared.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But Edie, he was a reality star.
I know.
He could do that. I mean, NBC. What was the name of the show?
The Apprentice.
The Apprentice.
I like that show too.
Obviously qualified,
Yeah.
Edie. I
liked that show.
About.
I never really had a problem. With him, and I did his beauty pageants and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah, I did Miss
wow.
California.
Oh wow.
I never really had a problem with him.
Yeah,
I thought he was
Right.
fine.
You just feel that he was not qualified.
No,
for
he's
the
just
job.
not like supposed to be the president.
Yeah.
I mean, he seems like it would have been.
Which
he's
part
a cool
was
character.
it? Like the part where you said like grab him by the pussy, or
That's when I started having doubts. Because I remember, my friend was crying when he got elected, and I was like, "Why are you crying? Like it's fine.
Yeah.
Like nothing's gonna change. There's backup. Like there's." People
checks
who
and
have to
balances.
checks and balances. This guy, it's not like he is a king. He doesn't have like
Right.
absolute power.
Right.
And she was so upset, and she's like, everything's gonna get so racist now, and blah blah blah. And we were walking home from the Comedy Store, and somebody yelled, "Build a wall."
Yeah.
as we were leaving, and it was another comic.
Yeah. Wow.
It was a comic, and I think it was just as a joke.
Yeah, yeah.
But she thought it was so real, and she's like, "It's because I was wearing hoop earrings." They said.
Yeah.
She
It's
thought people were
hilarious.
being racist because she was wearing hoop earrings. It was so funny, man. But yeah, but I should have. I guess I didn't know all that would go down.
Yeah.
I personally have had to be. My uncle like works with Trump. But I think I've told you he sings the song "Proud to Be an American."
No, I don't think I remember you saying that.
Yeah, my uncle's like a country singer, and he wrote the song "Proud to Be an American."
Yeah,
and he sings it, and that's like been like the main song that they've used at all.
So obviously, he endorses him.
I don't know.
Right? No,
I don't know
because I know like he was using Bruce Springsteen.
He's in
Born in the Bruce and then Bruce told him, "Hey, don't use my song."
Right.
You know what
I think a lot of people have.
A lot of people did,
but I don't think my uncle ever would because the song is literally about America, and it's about loving American stuff.
Yeah.
And so he's let like every president use it.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Yeah, man, that's an iconic song.
Yeah, I think it's more like of a national anthem-y kind of like, okay, well, you get to use this because you're the president. I think that's why. But I didn't really talk to him about it, but I know he performed at his inauguration. I was kind of like, I was like, ooh, this is, because everybody bailed out. Remember, like Beyonce, and everyone was like, I'm not doing it.
Right, yeah.
So I was like, ooh, okay, because I didn't even know he was going to.
Yeah.
And we were watching it, and everyone was like, isn't that your uncle?
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah.
Well, yeah, it is. Yeah, he is. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, but if you could do comedy for the president, would you? You wouldn't deny it, would you?
If I could do it, like specifically for him, like roast him, or like just like
perform it as inauguration. That's a lot of money, and it's a lot of publicity.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't?
Yeah.
I'd have to think about it.
Yeah. No, I would think about it, but I probably wouldn't do it.
I would think about it.
Yeah.
I would consider it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because when you're an artist, you're an artist.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's what you do. But,
But
I
the
guess
thing
it's
is,
like, do you have more allegiance to artistry or do you have more allegiance to your political values?
But here's the thing, though. I don't do any politics, really. You know what I mean?
I never do.
Yeah.
I never do.
So why would I do a show for him if I'm not a political comedian?
Yeah.
So it just wouldn't happen.
But there's so much like, everything is like so political now. And have you noticed there's a lot of people like now hating on California? Everyone's like kind of like, oh, California sucks. Or like everyone's leaving, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I'm from here. So I've never lived anywhere else. But it kind of like.
It's a dope ass state, man. It's
well,
like,
I don't know. I've never lived anywhere. I mean, obviously I've been to different states.
I've lived somewhere else. And this is like the best place to live as far as I'm concerned. But there's a lot of.
It's expensive.
Yeah. And not only that, but there's a lot of restrictions for business owners to abide by, and there's a lot of taxes. And I think that's part of the reason why Joe Rogan left, because I think he saved like $10 million in taxes alone just moving to Texas.
Property tax.
Well, yeah. Well, like I think it's income tax too.
Oh, income tax.
Yeah, because he got 100 million from Spotify, right? So imagine paying income tax, right, on that 100 million, Edie.
Yeah,
and
that's
you're
a
gonna
lot.
save $10 million if you moved somewhere else. Would you do it?
Yeah, and it hasn't Tesla and everything. Everyone left too. I mean, but I think that's just because it's supply and demand. 39 million people live in California. That's by far the most, by like 10 million people. So if there's more demand to live in a place, the supply is going to raise the price because of the demand. So, I mean, it makes sense. Like, you want to live here, it's going to cost more because more people want to live here.
Right. So it's a dope ass state.
It is really cool. But there is like lately, especially, there's been way more of a homeless problem.
Oh, it's out of control.
Now
Edie.
it's like, it wasn't that out of control before, but now it's gotten a lot worse since the pandemic.
It's horrible. You know, I live on the west side over here, and you go to Venice.
Especially in Venice.
Yeah. No, where do you live?
North Hollywood.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, it's everywhere. But like over here on the west side, it's ridiculous. And I was just assaulted by a homeless guy.
Me too.
Yeah. You too?
Yes, he threw a brick at my car and broke my
Jesus.
windshield.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So I'm like a little afraid.
Yeah, you should be.
Yeah. So
You should be afraid.
it's kind of just like this really unpredictable behavior that is the part that's scary.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's like you don't really know. I mean, everybody has unpredictable behavior, but when you've been actually like harassed by somebody, you're like, oh, okay, well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gotten a lot worse, and there definitely needs to be something done about it. But I feel like there's more inclination to be homeless in California because of the weather.
Yeah.
It's like you can't be homeless in Wisconsin.
Right. Well, there are homeless people in Chicago. I know but they're just really creative with asking for money. They're very talented. Hey, man, I bet I could tell how many kids your dad had. I bet you $10. All right, man.
$10?
Yeah. All right. How many kids did my dad have? None. Your mom had them all. You know? So they're
okay.
creative.
See,
you know what I mean? That's how they are.
Honestly, though, I wouldn't give someone $10, but I would be like impressed.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, it's gotten so bad here.
Yeah.
What are we supposed to do? I saw this one homeless person who had a sign that said "No trespassing." Imagine. He's like, hey, we don't want any ruffians coming over here onto our side of the sidewalk. It's like, yo, you are trespassing. This guy had the audacity to write "No trespassing" on a sign, like to get people off his property.
Yeah.
Like it's getting out of hand.
Imagine this, Edie. All right, you grinded doing stand-up for like 15, 20 years, and then all of a sudden you make it, and they give you all this money, and you take that money and you buy a house in Venice, and next thing you know, this guy pulls up in a car, and he has all his things in that car, and he won't move, and the cops won't move him. And he has not only all his stuff in his car, Edie, he has all his stuff on top of the car. And
you just have to stare at it.
All day, all night. There's a guy like that in Venice right now. And
of course, yeah.
And it's like, you're like, what is that stuff in his car? It's just like junk. I mean, you know what I mean?
It's like trendy now, though. Like I see all these like influencers and stuff. They make their like vans into homes, like the tiny home kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of like just travel the world in a motor home or something similar. Van with no windows.
Yeah.
And that's like kind of trending now, but it's a symptom of what's going on.
Tom Green's doing it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, he jumped on the bandwagon.
Yeah, that's like a thing now.
I know. It's a huge hashtag van life.
Yeah, but like it's a symptom of what's going on is that minimum wage hasn't been raised. Property prices keep going up.
Yeah.
The cost of living goes up and people incur more debt from going to school and being told that if they went to school they would get a good paying job, and now everyone's head is underwater. And so it's kind of a symptom of that. But then you have people like Tom Green who really want that. But most people, it's just like, this is what I had to do.
Yeah.
I had $30,000 and I can't afford a house.
Right.
So now I'm living in a van and I just make it as nice as possible.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, right now the RV prices have gone through the roof. If you want to buy an RV right now, it's like very expensive.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Because that's like what people are doing because they don't have money.
Yeah. No, it's trendy now. The hipsters took that over, and that's why it's expensive.
The hipsters.
Yeah.
They do it all. But yeah, like, where do you take a shit? It's all glamorous until you got to take a shit.
Dude, I saw a guy taking a shit in front of Chipotle on Melrose and Fairfax or La Brea. Yeah, I was just walking, and he's just like, boom, right there on Melrose.
Yeah, so that's...
So anyway,
where are you supposed to go? Well, where are you supposed to go? Are you supposed to move to Wyoming or something?
No, like, what do you...
But if you're a comic... You were born in California, where are you supposed to go? You got to move out of the state, because let's say you're a regular person who went to school for communications or you thought you were going to be a journalist or something, and now this is all going on. What are you going to do? You have to move to a cheaper place, a less desirable place. Yeah. Because you need to get your cost of living down. And with more people wanting to be in California, the cost of living is higher. Yeah. So you have to move somewhere where people don't want to live.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. And you'll be next to that Trump supporter with the waving the Trump flag.
Right. And
all
it's
that.
funny because they're like, oh, you messed up California, so now you're coming here. And it's like, no, we can't afford to live where people want to live.
Right.
it's like, would you rather live at Disneyland or would you rather live at Knott's Berry Farm?
Right.
It's like, well, it's going to cost more to live at Disneyland. But Knott's Berry Farm is nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Knott's Berry Farm.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I can't afford to live at Disneyland.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people who are like hating on people moving back to Texas, like people who moved to California and now they can't afford it and they're moving back to it. Like, don't bring your California politics here. And it's like, what? You mean the #1 economy?
Yeah.
In the 6th largest economy in the world?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That? I mean, and Texas has homeless people. I've been there many times and definitely has it. But I also like Texas, you know? But something's just got to be done.
Yeah.
Something's got to be done. I don't know what can be done. It seems like drugs are the main culprit.
Because you've always seen yourself live here for the rest of your life.
I'm from here.
I know.
So I don't think I could live somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
My whole family lives here.
Oh, okay. Right. And you just said you guys all get together for
I have
the holidays, right?
Right. And I grew up homeschooled with, I have 6 siblings.
Yeah.
So it's like,
yeah.
what are you supposed to, I mean,
right.
What are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
I guess if anything, I would move back to Sacramento.
Yeah.
Which I like Sacramento.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure a lot of people are moving up there from here, don't you think?
Yeah, it's boom. It's pretty close to San Francisco too, so it does really well. But I've even thought about it myself. I was like, if there's no comedy, why are we in LA?
Right. Yeah.
There's nothing
keeping you here.
I mean, it's not for the traffic.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I don't like taking an hour to get every single place I have to go, even if it's 10 miles away.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what are you supposed to do? Would you ever move back to Illinois?
Never.
I've only been there once and it was so cold.
Yeah. 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 No, you know what? Like I could move to other places in California and stick it out if I needed to, you know, Palmdale, right? 29 Palms. You know, there's other places that are, you know, not so desirable, but at least you're still in California.
Yeah, I'm a little scared because since I grew up in California, I'm a little scared that a lot of those things that I heard about people experiencing growing up, I'll have to actually see them, like racisms and things like that we don't see a lot here. I'm scared that like you'll go there and people be like anti-gay, anti, women's rights, anti-other races, anti-other religions.
Yeah.
That kind of scares me to experience that.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know what you said was the way I thought when Trump got elected. You said like nothing's going to change. He's not a dictator and this and that. Well, especially that's even more true in California, I feel, because I feel like we live in a bubble in comparison to the rest of the world, because a lot of those other states in the middle of the country, I think they were affected more than we were for sure in California. And
because California is kind of like its own government.
Yeah.
It's kind of like its own way of life. It's kind of like these are the beliefs of California, no matter who the president is.
Yeah.
That's just, this is the way we live here because it is such a large economy.
Right.
Because there's so many people that live here. It's kind of like our own little country.
Yeah.
So I'm scared of moving outside of California and being like, oh, this is not it.
Yeah. No.
This is not the way that everybody thinks.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
But at least you come from a different state. So you grew up around something different.
Yeah.
I've only lived here and I only know only know this way.
That just makes me more appreciative, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I moved here for a reason, and I like the place, I came to visit and I'm like, this is dope. You know what I mean? It was crazy. It was so different. It's almost like culture shock because it was so different.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm scared of, but the other way.
Yeah, you would get it. You would be in a in a culture. I'm sure you see it, like even when you go to
Go
Texas,
on the road. Yeah,
you know what I mean. And Texas is its own animal. You know what I mean?
it's kind of just because California is like Texas.
Right.
It's its own like little country.
Right.
It's kind of just in the way people say things to you that you're like, we wouldn't say that.
Right.
We wouldn't say that in California. Just like even when I'm watching TV, sometimes like I've been watching Ink Masters a lot, and some of the things that they say, I'm like, oh, that's weird, because like you can tell they're just from different places.
Yeah.
Because in California we wouldn't say something like that.
Right.
But it's a little more I guess it's a little more accepting of different places, of different cultures and stuff like that. Without like maybe someone would think what they're saying, but they wouldn't say it because it's like not really acceptable to be any kind of unaccepting of different cultures, religions, people, and stuff like that.
And they say it just like without a thought.
This is what everybody thinks, right?
Right.
But here, maybe you would think that, but you wouldn't say it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, at least the worst is you would think it, but not say it.
Right.
But it's kind of just it's just being exposed to like, oh, this is what people are talking about.
Yeah.
When you hear all these bad things about America, it's like, oh yeah, this is what they mean.
Yeah, no, that's so true. That's a great point. Yeah, because we don't see that.
No, we don't.
Yeah. You're not gonna hear that in Burbank.
Yeah. Can you imagine? I can't.
Right.
Just someone like if someone being anti-gay in like Burbank, it's absolutely like ridiculous.
Oh, we're not like those fags. In
exactly.
West Hollywood. This is Burbank.
It's like so accepted here that you can even make fun of it.
Yeah. Right.
And it's like you've come on the other side of it. It's like I make fun of it because I'm scared of it. I accept it. And I accept it to the point that I make fun of it.
Yeah.
But I guess it's not like that in other places.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's like that in other countries, though. Like if you go to France or something, I feel like it's more like California. But I've never been, so I can't.
Yeah.
That's just what I assume, I guess. If you've only experienced one thing, you assume it tastes like chicken.
Right.
If you've only eaten chicken, everything tastes like chicken.
Yeah, and if you've never had it, you could never miss it, right? Because you've never had it, so how can you miss something, you know what I mean, that you never had?
We have so many sayings coming together. It's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all.
Yeah.
If you've never had it, then you can't miss it.
Right.
But it is better to have loved it and lost it. And you can't...
Is it? Do you believe that one?
Yes. You can't experience happiness without knowing what pain is either.
Yeah.
See, I'm getting
Are you
deep.
making up a saying now?
No, that's not made up. I mean, like, if you've never known... It's like... Everything tastes like chicken. Yeah. If you've never known pain, then you wouldn't know you're happy.
Right.
Until you're not happy. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. So all those things kind of coincide. It's things you've always heard growing up too. Yeah. And then all of a sudden when you realize them, they're like, oh, that's what people mean.
Yeah, that's what they mean. Yeah, exactly.
That's what people mean when they say that.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
You're like, I thought it was just a saying.
Yeah. I thought it was just, and it is a saying.
No,
but
it's true.
It's true.
That's why they say it. Or it's like something like when people show you who they are, believe them. That kind of one where it's like, oh, see, I'm getting too excited. I watch my beer, but it's like, oh, people say those sayings because they're true.
Right. Yeah.
It's just kind of things you know in the back of your head, but then when you experience them, you're like, oh, shit, that was true.
Yeah, right. Like a penny saved is a penny earned.
Yeah, or a stitch in time saves 9. Like, fix the problem before it gets worse. I always think of Lucille Ball when I see that, because she never, like, really fixes the problem when it's small. She always lets it, like, grow and grow and grow and grow. So, all those sayings are sayings because they're, they mean something.
Yeah. And they've been handed down for
I know, but you just like you know they're true,
right?
But you don't really know they're true,
right? Yeah.
Until you're like, oh, that was really true.
It's crazy.
Or people are like, oh, you just have to be grateful, and then you'll be happy, and it's like, duh. But then when you're like, oh no, you have to practice being grateful. You have to actually list things you're grateful for. You have to actually wake up and say, I'm happy today for this, this, and this, and this. It's that kind of stuff where you're like, oh, that's what they meant.
Yeah.
It's just so easy to be like, don't care what other people think about you. But to actually put it into place, you're like, oh, this is very powerful.
Yeah. No, and this pandemic has totally shown us that, right? I mean, you know what what's important, you know what I mean? And you kind of like, oh, okay, yeah. So I think we all knew that this could all be taken away from us at any time, right? But we really didn't think it could happen,
right?
And it's happened,
you
know.
Yeah, it's like all those. It's so annoying because parents and older people are so annoying, but they're right. Yeah. That's what they wanted.
Right.
They wanted to be right, and they're right. Yeah. They're right. You should. Yeah. It just sucks that you can't just listen to them and believe it. You got to experience it.
Yeah, you do. You do.
You have to just experience all these things for yourself to figure it out.
Yeah, right. It's called wisdom.
Yeah.
Right.
And they'll try, and then you'll try to push it on somebody else who doesn't want it.
Right. Right. Yeah, that doesn't. You're full of crap, old man.
Yeah, it'll be a breakup.
Yeah.
And they're in high school. You'll be like, oh, this it has nothing to do with the you're not gonna care about this.
Yeah.
These people, their opinions don't matter, and they'll just be like, nah, they don't know. It's
Time
so bad.
heals all wounds.
Yeah.
Right. There's another one.
Yeah. So listen to old people.
Yeah. Listen to old people, man. Those sayings are there for a reason.
Yeah. I'm glad we came to this really reflective part of the podcast.
Right?
Does it always end with a reflective moment?
I mean, I guess if you talk long enough, you come to realization you should be grateful, I guess. I don't know. Right? I mean,
if you talk long enough, you'll all decide that
that's why
life isn't that bad, and it can all be taken away in a second. So just be happy.
Just be
in
happy.
the moment.
Yeah. Enjoy every moment. And we used to be out 6 days a week, sometimes 7.
Yep.
And seeing the same people.
Yep.
And I mean, how happy would you be to see somebody that you used to see all the time be like, you again, motherfucker? You haven't had that. You're like, Jesus, I see you everywhere.
Yeah, and you're like, well, let's talk. What has happened to you in the last 12 hours?
Right? Yeah, I know. Since you last bombed at the last spot, and now you're over here trying to get some more spots.
Now you're over here thinking you deserve to be on TV.
Yeah,
man. I mean, it really all can just be. It can all be taken away. And even now we have so many freedoms and blessings right now that we're not appreciating. It all can be taken away in a second.
Yeah.
But I guess that's more, don't live in fear, live in happiness for everything that you have now. Because we do still have a lot. Yeah. Everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Have more than you think.
Yeah.
I do like gratitude lessons on like my YouTube and stuff. I do like things for people who gotten in breakups. And
what is your YouTube?
It's just my name. It's Edi Gibson. But I do like a lot of like help for people who go through breakups and stuff like that. And one of the main things is like you got to just start in gratitude, because if you focus on what you've lost all the time, then you are really acting desperately trying to fix it.
Yeah.
But if you kind of think about all you have, you kind of fill that void.
Yeah.
That void of missing somebody or your ego being hurt because you, took a little hit and somebody rejecting you. So I talk a lot about that. And that was something I had to figure out. I always knew it, but I just had to figure it out for myself, I guess. And so now I try to help other people realize it. But I know it's the same thing. Like, you kind of got to figure it out for yourself. And I kind of just started doing it after I'd already heard it so many times. And I was like, oh, that's what people were talking about. But yeah, you have to like kind of start off the day with being thankful for even little tiny things that seem dumb. And it feels dumb at first to do it. But then the more you get used to it, the more happier you just become.
Nice.
Yeah, because there's people who are happy who have less than we have. And it's because they're grateful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most people have less than we have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's because they're grateful.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the biggest That's the biggest point. And so if you can focus on that, then you can actually live your life full, half empty.
Yeah.
You know, it's that same stuff. People have already been saying it, and now here we are just repeating it again.
Yeah, right? We're hacks.
Is the glass half full or half empty? Who knows?
Yeah. No,
that's what it is.
I get it. I usually like ending my day like that with the gratitude. I, give thanks for everything I have and stuff like that, and I reflect on it at the end of the day.
Yeah, you gotta.
Kind of helps me fall asleep.
Yeah, I just watched Dr. Phil. No,
that does the trick.
I don't know why. I just I gotta watch Dr. Phil to go to sleep. I'll watch the same episode over and over again.
Really?
Yeah, he just calms me.
Yeah.
It calms me. I've dated a lot of guys who were very weirded out with that I have to listen to something falling asleep, and it usually has to be something like weird, like Dr. Phil or like some kind of like creepy documentary.
Yeah.
Because I like horror stuff. I like scary stuff. I like creepy, weird stuff. And
before you sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, because I usually do my gratitudes and stuff all day, and then maybe before I sleep, but then I turn on some weird thing.
Yeah.
And then the guys would be like waking up in the middle of it'll be like, the rapist cut off the penis.
Yeah, it's kind of a boner killer, right?
Just in the middle of the night, wake up at 4 a.m. The rapist was on a tangent of cutting off penises.
Jesus.
They'd turn it on. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
This girl's, I'm just sleeping soundly. So happily.
Sucking your thumb.
The rapist cut off all the penises. just in my safe place.
That's great.
The bodies were found under the floorboards. 3,000 bodies.
In the mattress.
Yeah, they were sleeping on the mattress full of dead bodies and had no idea. I'm like, oh my God. That just singing me straight to sleep.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm a weirdo. And I'm like, I'm grateful for the bodies. Okay, I have to stop.
Yeah, you don't count sheep, you count bodies, right? One death count.
I'd be like, wait, but that one's missing a head, so that doesn't count as a whole body.
It's not a full body.
What makes a body? I guess it is a body. Oh, there's its head. Never mind, one body.
Okay, I ran out of bodies. Let me see a crucifix. Oh yeah, there's Jesus. That's a dead body. That counts.
That's not a dead. Oh wait, that's a demon. That just looks like a dead body. I could smell it. Yeah. Anyway, I'll stop.
Did you grow up religious?
Yeah. My parents we're very Christian, super Christian. And that was why they homeschooled us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They didn't want you around heathens.
No, they did not want us. We weren't even
heathens.
allowed to like listen to like secular music. No, it was like all like Christian music.
Oh, okay.
I was watching an episode of something yesterday where there was like these people in like a Christian school and they're like, we don't listen to any other music, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, ugh, that would be weird. And I was like, oh, wait, that's like literally how I grew up is that we didn't listen to, we only listen to country music and Christian music.
Oh, okay.
Can I have another beer?
Yeah.
I promise I won't spill half of it.
Right? No party fouls here.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So
I'm a really clumsy person.
Did you go to church?
Like 4 days a week.
4 days a week?
Yeah, all the time.
Crazy.
All the time I'm going to church. Yeah, I had youth group on Tuesdays, and then I had church on Sundays. Friday was volleyball.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like youth volleyball.
Huh. Against other Christians?
Yeah. At the same church.
Oh, wow.
And then we also had like VBS, Vacation Bible School.
Oh. Vacation?
Yeah, Vacation Bible School.
Oh.
You never heard of VBS?
No.
It's like a program like every church does. It's like the summer school thing for kids who go to church.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like a planned packet and they send it to all the churches. So every church does like the same VBS.
Oh.
Yeah. There's like certain songs and there's like a theme or whatever. And then, you watch like Veggie Tales and stuff. Did you ever see Veggie Tales?
No.
Oh, you didn't get raised Christian.
No.
Veggie Tales is a cartoon like an animated Pixar-y kind of computer animated, and it's about vegetables, and they like tell you like lessons about Jesus. If there's anything that could make Jesus better, it's vegetables. Like let's combine two things kids don't want to hear about. But yeah, Veggie Tales.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's like a little. It was funny.
It was funny?
It's funny. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's like cute and funny.
Nice.
But yeah, you learn about like Moses and Daniel and whatever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in a funny way.
So were your parents and your family upset that you were doing stand-up then?
No, because
Or
my uncle's a
acting?
performer.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So my family, performing is not like they never were discouraging of me performing. But then when I was growing up, I think like when I got into high school, my family kind of started to leave the strict religious part of being in it. Like we weren't allowed to watch Pokemon or Teletubbies or anything because it's like evil.
Yeah.
So, but then I think when I became a teenager, they kind of started giving up on that because my sister's gay.
Okay.
And in our church, it's like it was super wrong to be gay. And so I think that after that, they were kind of just like more accepting.
How old was she when she came out?
She never did. She never did. We just knew.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we just knew. She never had to. Yeah, she would like, she like moved away when she was like 14. She went with her biological father. Okay. And we already knew before then. And then when we would see her, she'd have a girlfriend or whatever. And so we just knew, she never like sat us down.
Oh, okay.
And was like, this is how it is. Yeah. We just kind of were like, oh, okay,
and it like,
she never was like, this is my girlfriend. She was like, this is my friend.
Like, you guys
and we're
like,
okay.
We get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She never had a boyfriend or anything. It was always girlfriend. So
wow.
Yeah, she lives in New York and still doing her thing.
And she left you guys when she was 14?
Yeah, probably because of the religion.
Mm.
And then I have another sister who got married and had a bunch of kids because that's what she wanted. And then me. And then I have a brother who's a doctor. And then I have two brothers who are like kind of like in like construction-y kind of things.
And your dad's an electrician?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is he working right now?
Yeah. Yeah, everybody always needs electrical. Mm. I had an argument the other day with Quincy Johnson that he said that electricians aren't as important as people who make fences.
What?
Because one of our friends made a fence, and he was like, "Oh yeah, being a construction person is way more important than being an electrical." I was like, "But electrical, like you have to actually, like you could die. I mean, you could die doing anything, but like electricity is pretty dangerous."
Yeah, yeah.
One time I broke a light, and I just got out of the shower, and I went to go take the light bulb out, and I electrocuted myself. I thought I was going to die.
Really? Jesus. Just taking the light bulb out?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
My dad was like, "Oh, that's nothing."
That's nothing.
That's nothing.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know how guys are.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
My dad, remember those fly swatters?
Yeah.
That were electrical?
Yeah.
Who would like touch it and be like, "It's nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
I could do it."
Yeah, yeah.
My dad would be the same person who'd be like, "Hey, but you can't climb that tree." But yeah, I can. You know, got something to prove.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like Jeff Carasalis, our friend Jeff.
Yeah. Jeff could do anything.
Yeah, yeah.
He's from South Texas.
Yes. Yes. He thinks he can do anything.
Of course. He was in Iraq.
Just dare him. And my dad would be the kind of guy who would be like, dare me to jump off this building. dare me to jump off the roof. It's like, well, I don't really want to see that. Dare me. Like, it sounds like you want to do it. Yeah. So just do it. No, dare me. I bet you won't dare me.
I bet you won't dare me.
I bet you won't. It's like, are you daring me to dare you? I bet you won't, though. I bet you're too scared to dare me.
Won't you dare me?
I can remember my favorite memory was one time my dad had cut off the limbs of one of our trees that was huge, and it was raining, and we made a fort out of all the limbs, like an actual like good fort, and we were in it, and it was raining, and I was like, wow, this is like the height. Do you ever like get really nervous like after you've hung out with people? and you get nervous that you said something or did something embarrassing that you don't. I get that all the time. After
I mean,
this,
not
after
even
this,
after, like during. I'm like, fuck, why did I say that to Edie? What the fuck?
after I leave here, I'll go over every moment in my head. I'll be like, did I fucking sound like an idiot? Like, are people gonna message him and be like, that girl is fucking annoying?
Yeah.
Like I especially if I've been drinking, I was like the next day I'm like, what? I feel embarrassed. What did I do that was embarrassing? Like, why do I must have done something embarrassing.
I had to.
I
had 4 Jack and Cokes.
I was there for 2 hours.
Yeah.
I did something
Yeah, yeah.
embarrassing. I know it.
Yeah.
Just probability wise, I had to have done something.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I do too. That's why I always hated going to the Comedy Store, because I saw so many people, and the next day when I would wake up, I'd be like, God, what did I say that was embarrassing? There had to be something.
Yeah.
And I just go over every conversation.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the height for me of happiness was making that fort out of branches and then being inside it with my friends when it was raining. I was like, wow, we really did it. Like, you know, because whenever you play games, you're trying to be an adult.
Yeah.
You're pretending to be an adult. And so this was like, yo, we made a shelter.
Yeah.
And it was just so fun. And that was probably one of my like funnest moments in life, was being in that fort. Just like, oh yeah, this is like, it was working.
Yeah.
The fort was working.
Yeah. No.
It was actually like, it was raining and not raining on us.
Yeah. What is that about people? Like, I felt the same way. Like when we were like, kids playing, we always wanted to build something that could sustain rain and winter. You know, I remember like building like igloos in the snow in Chicago, you know, and because like,
same thing.
Eskimos live in igloos. You know what I mean? They actually live in there, and they get to have fire. I'm like, I could be an Eskimo.
I think it's just because you were. It's like nature. It's like preparing you for life. So then when you actually complete these tasks that you could save your life, your brain rewards you by saying like, "Oh, great job," because it's your human instinct to keep living.
Yeah.
To prepare for life. That's what playing is. When you're little, you play house,
right.
or you play,
Doctor.
Whatever. Yeah, because you're preparing to live.
Is that a pervert?
I never played doctor.
I'm a doctor. Just kidding.
I'm a doctor. Oh, okay, what kind? OBGYN. Let's pretend you're having an infection, right? But not like a contagious one, just like a, like a regular infection, not like a gross one. You're not like you're not pregnant or something.
Yeah.
That's
No,
the
but
worst.
it hurts in places. Let me see.
Yeah. So let me see.
Does it hurt when I touch it?
Yeah, exactly.
Does this hurt?
One time I had a doctor hit on me. Oh. He was someone who was just watching the procedure.
He wasn't even the main doctor. Look, dude, you're his opener, bro. You can't be hitting on me. I only date headliners, motherfucker.
His name was Deb or something. Oh, no. His name was Greg. Hi, I'm Dr. Johnson. This is Greg.
Yeah. Greg.
Here's Greg, and he's just gonna watch. But he was gonna be a hand doctor, a hand surgeon.
All right.
Yeah, and so I guess they have to watch other doctors do regular stuff, but I was having I thought I had endometriosis, so they had to test me for endometriosis, which is like a ovary problem. And this guy was just there, right, and just watching, like, okay. And then afterwards, he's like, "I'm not supposed to do this, but I'm just gonna leave you my card." He's like, "Just don't say anything to anybody."
Wow.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I just left the card there.
Yeah.
But I was like, we already see my vagina.
He saw your vagina?
Yeah, they had to look inside of it.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I thought about it, though.
You thought about what?
I thought about it. I was like, should I?
He's almost a doctor.
Yeah, and he's going to be a hand surgeon.
Yeah.
He's cute. Yeah. But I was like, all I know about this guy is he does unethical things.
Yeah.
That's all I know about him.
It's
is
shady.
That he's a doctor. He's cute to me.
Yeah.
But his personality is that of somebody who takes an oath and then decides that screwing people is more important. So I was like, that's not kind of the kind of man I want to pursue.
Yeah.
Because obviously if he takes an oath to you, there's basically no, I had all this thought as I was leaving the doctor's office.
Right. Yeah. it's true.
But yeah,
It's like, you know, like if you develop a relationship with somebody that cheated on his girlfriend to be with you.
Yeah. And this guy cheated on
dude.
his profession.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I know I took an oath.
And
but it's just an oath.
Yeah. He could have had a girlfriend on top of that too.
Yeah. No,
you know
that's
what I mean?
actually true.
Sleaze bag. I mean, that's, I
didn't even really consider that.
Yeah. I mean, you don't even know. I mean, and speaking of what you were saying, if he's shady like that, he probably is the type of person that would cheat on a girlfriend, right?
Yeah, because he's cheating on his career.
Yeah, on his oath.
Yeah, his oath. It's not like being a waitress.
Yeah.
Where you take an oath not to give free things away.
I swear I'm not going to give away the tableside guacamole.
Yeah. I swear if they get more than one ranch, I'm going to charge them 50 cents.
Yeah.
That's not like that.
No,
it's like people's lives.
They do that at Jack in the Box? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you're going to work here at Jack in the Box. You got to take this oath.
Yeah. Put your hand on the Bible.
It's only 2 barbecue sauces per every jalapeno popper.
Yeah.
Can't be giving away that fucking third one. All right.
That's very true. Sorry.
Yeah.
And I just farted.
Oh, no, yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
If you have a girlfriend, do you fart in front of her?
No.
You can't. You can't.
I don't even fart in front of my friends.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I never do unless it's a complete accident. I feel ashamed.
Sure. Yeah.
I feel ashamed if I do on accident.
Yeah.
Other people do not feel this way.
No,
I've never
I know.
had a boyfriend who was ashamed to fart in front of me, and I think it's absolutely so gross.
How about burp in front of your boyfriend?
That I don't really care.
Really?
Unless it's like, I don't go and like force it out like some people do.
I knew some people like that, and I was like, I can't talk to you anymore.
It's like sometimes you can smell it, and you're like, yo, this is like really gross. Stop.
It's a boner killer for me, man. Like I
but
can't.
people do it, and they go, and they take the breath in, and then they like push it out.
Yeah.
It's like, why?
Yeah, I've had that. Like,
why? Why? I'm ashamed.
No class.
They're like TikTok.
Yeah.
Where's the class?
They're watching the TikTok and burping, eating. They got no class.
There's no class in that. It's classless. We're like some real British lords over here.
Look how we're drinking our beer.
We're some British lords. We fucking get it. But no, I never do. And every time I farted accidentally in front of someone, I felt like absolute shame. I felt like I've hit like a baby.
Right.
Like I feel like I'm like a bad person. I'm like, oh no, but people do it.
Yeah.
And most men, and that's just probably you too, fart when they sleep. Like
everyone
lot.
farts when they sleep.
No, but
everybody.
a lot.
Yeah, a lot? No, I don't.
No, because I stay up until like 6 a.m.
Okay, you're watching your scary documentaries.
Yeah. I stay up watching that kind of weird stuff. And then but I've slept with girls before and they don't fart like that.
No, I have.
Guys just
I've
be
seen
farting.
that. No, I've seen that. It
Like,
depends how much fiber. Everyone's different eating.
Guys, it's every night.
No, what? Yeah,
every night.
I'm sure. Yeah. Well, what would you prefer, the farts or the snoring?
The farts, because the snoring it makes me want to strangle somebody. When I hear somebody snoring, I'm like, just end it.
Yeah.
I'm like, just die then.
Yeah.
You can't breathe, just die.
You can't breathe. Let me help you. Here's this pillow.
Yeah, I've been on the road with guys and they snore and I just throw something at them. It pisses me off when people snore.
Yeah. Just
but farting,
throw something
it's like
at them if they're farting, man. That's not cool.
No, but it's already over.
It's over. The damage is done.
Yeah, it's already over. Yeah. But you just got to make sure you sleep with 2 separate blankets so their fart gets contained in their own fucking blanket. And it doesn't touch you.
Nice.
Yeah, you don't want that.
No.
When you fart, do you let the air out?
Of course. I'm not a fucking savage. No, but I don't let it known. Edie,
But if you're by yourself, do you let the air out?
Yeah, I don't want to smell that shit. Come on.
But you're not smelling it. It's underneath.
It's underneath. Yeah. Eventually, it'll make it way up. Come on.
I feel like it's
No,
like it
eventually
stains
it'll
my
get to your
skin.
nose. It's gonna get to your nose. Edie.
I feel like it's gonna like make my clothes stink.
It will. I never
Every
thought
time
of that. Yeah.
I have to like let it out so
Yeah,
it
yeah.
doesn't like
Right.
stick to
It's,
me.
that's a good point. I had never thought of that. It will. It will soak in. It will soak in your low body. And then, Edie, from like your neck down, you're gonna smell like a fucking In-N-Out double. Like,
And then like when you move like an hour later, like
Yeah.
some of it'll come out. You're like, dude, you're still in there.
yeah, you're still.
Just marinating.
Yeah.
No, you gotta let it out. You
Yeah.
have to. You just
You gotta air it. No, you don't keep it there. Like,
But people do. They do.
I know. They got no class, Edie. They watch the TikTok.
Yeah. Even if I'm by myself, I just you know, you gotta let
you
the
should.
air out.
You should.
I don't
Yeah.
want to like turn my toenails a different color.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that would happen. Yeah, and then you'll get your pubes all crinkly more. You know, your pubes will quit like get more kinky.
Yeah, you'll be like, I just straightened these.
just gave these a perm, and now they're fucking crinkly.
They're all
again.
dried up,
Yeah.
split ends.
Oh,
Can't
that's
stand
the
it.
worst split end pubes.
I don't know. I never had pubes. Not
Really?
once. No.
Just straight fucking 9-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always had to because I was
No.
on. I
Yeah.
do swimming.
No. Oh.
When you're on swim team, you can't have any pubes.
I had to tell my girlfriend, I'm like, you need to grow some hair down there, man.
Yeah.
Like this ain't cool. I need, I don't want to feel like I'm banging a 9-year-old. All right, I need some fucking old school 70s funk.
She just draws it with an eyebrow brush.
No, she grew it out. I told her. I said no.
You can't. You can if you're a swimmer,
If you're a
especially if
swimmer.
you're teaching kids.
But you're wearing a swimsuit though, right?
Yeah, but that's you could see it through the swimsuit.
I thought you did it for aerodynamics.
Yeah, you do, but you can also like kind of see it on the sides.
Oh, okay. Well, you could trim it up.
Yeah, you can see it through the suit.
Oh, okay.
And then when you fart, you know,
Yeah, it lifts it up and it exposes your pubes. Your
it dries it
dirty
off.
fucking pubes.
The kids are like, "What is that?"
That's true. Like swimmers too, right? They always shave their
Yeah,
legs.
you have to be always shaved.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah, you have to be shaved,
No, man.
and your hair has to be
No,
back.
I
And
need some hair. You know why? Because it with it's the pheromones, man. They get trapped in those hairs.
yeah,
and
they do.
Yeah, and when there's no hair, it gets lost. You know what I mean?
It's just under the blanket.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and when you lift the blanket to see where the
Yeah,
crevice is to put
yeah.
your pee-pee, it's like the air is lost.
Yeah, it traps the air.
Yeah, yeah,
But no, I just never could, man.
yeah,
I always had to shave, and then now
Yeah.
I still do.
Yeah.
This is my life.
yeah. No, I hear you.
That's just what I. That's
But
just
I
what
mean,
I
you're
got
a
to deal
grown
with.
ass woman. You know what I mean? And like for a guy, for me, like don't get me wrong. If I saw it, you know what I mean.
No one objects. No one's like,
Yeah,
"Hey,
right.
wait a
This-
second.
wait. Hey,
Hey, hold on. No, thank
wait.
you.
Yeah, no.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to politely
Right,
decline.
right. What is this?
What is this
You're
TikTok?
30 years old. You gotta. It's completely shaved. This is unacceptable.
That's one
No.
of the things that happens on TikTok is people insult you by saying you're 30 years old.
Ah, wow.
Like, what are you like 30?
Yeah. See, that's yeah.
And I'll be
That's
like,
that's a sign, Edie. You
Okay.
shouldn't be on there.
I'll be like, but we have the
not-
same pubes.
Yeah, we got the. Do you got pubes? Oh wait, shit.
Yeah, me neither, man.
Yeah.
They're weird, right?
Yeah.
Your fart gets stuck in them.
Yeah.
But no, that's one of the insults. You're like 30. And
Wow.
meanwhile,
Has-
I'm like 32.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
Yeah. See.
aren't you like 29? I'm
Yeah.
like, shit, they think
Yeah.
I'm 29.
Did you see that guy that did the cranberry the Fleetwood Mac thing, the Cholo dude? Did you see that when
Yeah.
it was happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it must have
He
hit.
does all kinds of stuff. Before that, he was like dancing and stuff like that.
Is he a good dancer?
Yeah. That's that. I saw him a bunch before that, but I guess that was like the one that really took off because it had a brand
Yeah.
in it. But he was doing like really popular things before that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was like at some kind of like factory job doing stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He reminded me of that show that used to be at that bikini bar. Remember that? There was like a bunch
Plan
of cholos. Was Plan B the name of the bar?
Well, there's one right here close on Pico.
It was a bikini bar, and it was run by like
bar.
a bunch of like cholos.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fantasy Island?
I don't remember what it was. But
The Godfather?
I don't remember what it was.
I think Jack Jr. worked there.
But yeah, it reminded me of that. I was like, oh yeah, those cholos.
Yeah.
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 Those cholos. Yeah, those are cool guys. That's what my niece, she wants her style to be cholo. I was like, oh,
Your
man.
niece?
Yeah.
That's how she wants her.
Yeah,
Where does she
she
live?
said her style is cholo.
Where?
She lives in Sacramento.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she said her style is cholo. She wants some big plaids.
Oh,
Christmas.
nice.
Yeah, I
She
think.
want a lowrider bike?
Yeah, I think she is Mexican though.
Okay.
Yeah, her dad is.
All right.
Yeah, but that's what she wants.
Nice.
She called it soft cholo.
Soft cholo?
Yeah, she says her style is soft cholo.
Oh.
She's 12.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah, so she think that means like wearing big shirts
Oh, okay.
and wearing plaid.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah. Well, that's
So-
the style too. You know, like the whole oversized.
I always thought that was grunge,
Yeah.
but I grew up homeschooled, so
Yeah. Right. I mean, it was grunge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but like styles
well, I thought it was like girls
becomes-
wearing their boyfriend's clothes, and their boyfriends were cholos, so then they were cholas. But that was their boyfriend's clothes.
Yeah.
Their pants,
Yeah.
their dickies.
Yeah.
And then, it's so funny because like rock and rock culture and grunge have like a similar style. It's almost
Yeah.
the exact same style, but it's
Yeah.
on just white people.
Yeah.
Because the dickies,
Yeah.
that was like very like Blink-182.
Right.
That was like, and wearing the plaid, the
Yeah.
grungy plaid, that was like very Nirvana. But when you look, you see the cholo and cholas were doing the same style,
Right.
but it was just on different people.
Right.
The thin eyebrows,
Yeah.
which I had, definitely. I had like,
You got like the thickest eyebrows I've ever
I have
seen. on
really
a
thick
girl.
eyebrows, and when I was a kid, I had really thick eyebrows. And people, when I went to public school for high school, they used to call me a werewolf. And this one guy got on the ground and started. This one guy got on the ground at lunch and started howling at the moon. Thanks. He finally incorporated. He howled at the moon. He howled at the moon in front of me and all like the guys at my school. And he was like, your girlfriend looks like a werewolf. And he got on the ground and went, oh, woo. And dude, everybody started laughing. Like the teachers were laughing and everything. And
The
so-
teachers too?
Yes, everybody.
Oh, fuck that.
Everybody, man. And then I was like known as the hairy girl forever just because I have thick
okay.
eyebrows.
All right, yeah. No, you always want something that you like the opposite of what you have, right? Yeah, like I had
Yeah.
curly hair. I wanted straight hair, goddammit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you always want, and people with the straight hair, they want the curly hair,
Yeah,
right?
of
So
course.
yeah, you got thick eyebrows. You want thin eyebrows.
But it was
like,
cool to have thin eyebrows.
Right.
It wasn't cool to have thick eyebrows.
Not when you're a kid.
2000s.
Yeah. Were they out of control, think? They were
I don't
just
know.
thick.
I would like try to do what I could. I used to shave them. And I went,
Wow.
my mom would like, you make your face look so weird when you shave your eyebrows. Because I'd shave it like,
Jesus.
and make it look like I had a big nose or something.
No.
Yeah. So, and I used
How old were you?
in high school?
Oh, it was,
I
in
like,
high school?
Yeah, like 14 or 15. And I had a razor, obviously,
Mm.
for swimming, but I didn't have like eyebrow things.
But you didn't have a unibrow, did you?
No, I
Yeah.
didn't have a unibrow. I just have really thick eyebrows, like as thick as your mustache.
Oh.
And I had a mustache. I mean, yeah, it was pretty bad. You know, when you're young, you don't know how to
Yeah.
do your hair, or do
Right,
your
right.
makeup
I used
or
to cut my own hair. I have a bunch of school pictures with my. It's all uneven. 'Cause I like
Who
cutting my
were
hair.
you in high school? What were you?
I was a jock.
Ooh, that's pretty. So you would have thought I was a werewolf.
No, but I hung out with everybody. I hung out with
Uh-huh.
the stoners. I hung out with like the rockers. I hung out with the goth. You know what I mean? Like I had friends everywhere. The gangbangers. you
Yeah,
know,
I was
cool.
like a poser.
Oh, okay.
Like I
Yeah.
wanted to be rock so bad, and I would
Yeah.
hang out with like the punk people and everything, and they'd be like, they would be my friend, but they'd be like, you're a poser.
Mm.
And I was just like, it's because I was homeschooled.
Ah.
Like I'm kind of weird, but I was like involved in every club. I was like on the swim team, and then I was on the water polo team, and I was the editor of the yearbook and the editor of the newspaper. So if you look at the yearbook, you would think I was really popular. So I was like best dressed, most talented.
Really?
Yeah, because I was the editor.
Editor. I edited that shit. I got this.
I was like, oh, hottest?
Yeah.
I was like, most non-werewolf?
Oh, yeah.
Edi Gibson.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but I just did a lot of sports. I did band and all kinds of
Band is not a sport.
Actually, it is a sport.
Get out of town.
It's classified as marching band is a sport.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't even really in the marching band. I was on the flag team,
Oh, okay. Right on.
which was like where all the gay guys went who wanted to be cheerleaders.
Yeah.
So we had like 8 gay guys on the marching band.
Oh, okay.
Color guard. So yeah, that's what I did. Good to hear you were cool though. You played football.
I played football. I played wrestling and gymnastics. And
You had a gymnastics team?
yeah.
Wow. Yeah, we didn't have that.
I just did it 1 year, and then I got a job, so I couldn't do it.
Where was your first job?
At a grocery store.
Oh, that's what my grandpa always said. Go work at a grocery store. 'Cause
Yeah.
They have benefits.
Yeah.
Seems
I got benefits. No, I was making great money.
Boring as hell though.
No, it was all right because I mean I got to go collect the carts in the parking lot. You know what I mean?
I feel like you're making a joke. That sounds so boring.
No, not when you're a kid. You know what I mean? Like when you're like, oh, running out. Because have you ever like seen them collecting
Have I ever
carts?
seen a cart?
No, have you ever seen a guy with like pushing like 30 carts?
Yeah.
That was something
That
to
was
work
the
up
cool
to.
thing to do?
Yeah.
Oh, I worked at a movie theater, the first job I ever had. And you started off doing cleaning the movie theaters. Then you moved up to the concession. And then you moved to the box office. And the box office was the movie carts.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the getting the carts of the movie industry. Oh, no, wait. It was cleaning movie theaters, then the concessions, then the ticket tearing.
Ah.
And then the box office.
Then the box
I
office.
never made it to box office.
Ah, okay.
I never made it to box office.
Ah.
I made it to ticket tear.
Yeah.
That was it.
That's interesting.
Number 37 on the left.
Nah.
And I didn't know left from right since I'm a little
Dyslexic?
yeah, and so I would just be like, I touch my heart every time. I'd be like, on the left.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I was like saying it from my soul.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd be like, Terminator 9 on the left.
And yeah. Oh, wow.
That was a fun job though.
I bet.
Yeah.
You saw a lot of movies.
Oh yeah, all the movies. This was like when Pan's Labyrinth came out,
Oh.
and
I've never seen that one.
oh yeah, it's good. It's like in Spanish or Spanish or whatever
Yeah.
the whole time. But yeah, that I think there was like a Star Wars movie that came out. There was like a couple Spider-Man movies or something when I worked there. So that was cool. And then when you clean the movie theaters, you find so much cool stuff.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, you find a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
You can get in trouble for taking it, which I did. But
Oh, yeah.
if you find like money or something on the ground,
Yeah.
they want you to like turn it in.
F that.
Who's turning that in?
Yeah.
Who's turning it
Yeah.
in?
You're making minimum wage.
Yeah, and like you can't even get a hot dog. Like you can't even have
They
a
charge
free
you
hot
for
dog.
a hot dog?
Yes, the only thing they don't charge you for is like drinks, Slurpees, and popcorn. That's it.
Oh.
Everything else you gotta pay for, even like nacho cheese.
Oh. F that.
Yeah, and then you gotta clean the machine. They throw out like 9 bags of popcorn at the end of the night. And I got fired because I didn't have a social security number.
Why?
Because my parents just like never got me one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I was like homeschooled. I was just like super under the radar.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good thing they did, though.
I was
because
under
you
the table.
Yeah, you're under the table. That's crazy.
My life was under the table.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't go to school until high
Yeah.
school. I didn't have a social security number.
Yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
under the table life.
Yeah. I had that later in life. You know, when I was bartending, it was all pretty much under the table, you know?
My education, everything under the table.
Under the table,
It was
yeah.
like,
On the DL. Hey, 2 + 2 is 4. Go. Don't tell anybody. It's under the table.
Dude, that's so funny.
Take that. It's yours.
I can't even do it. I can't even do it.
Square root of 24 and 35.
Abraham Lincoln was the first president. Don't tell anyone I told you that. It's like, is that right? Yeah, I don't know it's right. Believe me. Just don't tell anyone, okay?
Yeah.
Jesus was the first president. Hey, don't let anyone find out I told you that.
Hey, your hip bone is connected to your leg bone. All right, that was under the table, right? No one's got to know that shit.
and that's what it's all about.
Yeah. You do the hokey pokey and you get the fuck out of there, right? You don't need to know this shit.
Don't tell them your name.
Don't tell me your name. Not your social. You don't have one. Get the fuck out of here.
That's so yeah, I think I like worked at the job. My name was Edie, which isn't my name.
Oh.
That's just like my nickname.
Edrina.
Yeah, my real name's Adrina, but I was wait, my mom's somewhere like, you told him.
Yeah.
You told him your real name.
Yeah.
What the are you trying to get us deported?
When did you start going by Edie?
Always.
Always.
Yeah.
It was always Edie. Yeah.
I never was Adrina, really.
Yeah. But your mom calls you that?
No one does.
No one calls you that? She still calls it's like, that's messed up.
Yeah. No one's ever called me Adrina. Maybe my grandparents or a doctor.
Yeah.
Or someone when they're mad at me, but no one really ever calls me that.
Oh.
I can always tell guys like are trying to like fuck with when they'll be like Adrina, like they try to use my full name.
Yeah.
Yeah. They think that's gonna open
the end. Yeah.
That's gonna open the pussy gates for some reason.
My grandmother used to call me. Take my crevices.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I don't have any pheromone stoppers.
Sorry, no hair, all shaved. Take my crevices.
Yeah, exactly. I'm 32.
32.
Don't tell anyone that's under the table.
But it's under the table, okay?
It's under the
For
table.
you, I'm 11.
This is all under the table, right?
I shave my eyebrows.
This is all under the table.
The rest of my eyebrows are under the table.
I still have too many hairs up here and not enough down there.
Yeah. All my hairs are up here.
I've relocated them.
Well, can I fuck your eyebrows?
They look kind of nice.
Yeah.
And they look pretty good. No, that's never been a request so far. There was this guy who liked feet, and I'm experienced with feet stuff. So I was like, okay, well,
your experience.
I've done
grab a
feet.
beer.
I've done
grab
feet.
a beer and open it up with your feet.
Yeah. So I've done feet stuff, and I was like, okay. I was like, yeah. He's like, I like feet. It's like my deepest secret, right?
It's my deepest secret.
It's my most under the table. And so I was like, oh yeah, I know how to do that. And so I did all the feet stuff.
Yeah.
And then he was too embarrassed to ever talk to me again.
Oh,
he was like, I'm ashamed.
You must be good.
I'm ashamed of what we. He's like, I'm ashamed of what we did. I was like, that was shit you wanted to do, and it also wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't that embarrassing. It didn't need to be under the table. This could have been on top of the table.
I could have been on top.
Yeah, exactly. And he was like, oh, I feel weird about what we did. I was like, it's feet.
It's feet.
It's feet. It's not like we're
it's not the armpit stuff.
Sleeping with a rabbit or something. Like,
No.
this is feet. Feet. Things women have.
Yeah. Are your feet hairy or are you shaved on the
I really shave them when I have to put them in a little sandal.
What is this? A hair on my toe? Off.
Women do that. I remember that was like practice in like swim team and water polo. People be like, you have to shave your feet because you don't want guys to look at your feet and see possibly any kind of hairs.
Ooh. What's your podcast called?
True Scary Stories with Edie. It's just basically like scary stories. And then it kind of goes like this. At some point, I take it to a weird place.
Yeah.
Because people are like, oh, okay. That was weird.
Yeah.
I saw.
That's why you got those weird sponsors.
Yeah. I like this podcast is sponsored by
like
feet.
the toe shaver. You got weird hairy toes?
Yeah, you can get toe shaving on the front and bottom of your feet. Imagine that, getting rid of that pesky foot hair on the bottom.
Wait, we were talking about, okay, so you did
because you have to shave your feet.
All right, but what was, we were talking about that. So you've done feet, but this guy had another fetish.
No, that was it.
Oh, that was
the
his
feet.
fetish.
And
Okay,
then I
the
did the feet. And
Then
then
you
he
did the
was
feet.
like,
And then you scared
it's
him
so
off, 'cause
creepy
you
that
were
we
so
did the
good.
feet.
Because you were so good.
I don't know if I was so good or just never had it before, but he was all creeped out about it.
But he was into the feet
yes,
thing.
that's what he was scared of what he was into.
Because it was so good. That's what it was, Edie. You were too good.
I don't know if I was too good.
You had to.
I just knew what it was. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, you like feet. Okay,
Like,
that
I
means.
got this.
I was like, yeah, I know what that means.
I got it.
Feet, I have that. You know? I mean, it's not hard to think of what comes next. It's like, oh, I'm attracted to feet. It's like, well,
Yeah.
okay, I understand what that means.
Right.
But I think he would just had never experienced somebody knowing what
Yeah.
that meant. Where I was just like, okay, sit down.
You blew his mind.
I was like, sit down.
One toe at a
I
time.
was like, here are the toes.
This little piggy's gonna take you to hell.
This is like, yeah, I get it, you
This
know.
little piggy, you're
And
not gonna know it hit you.
This little piggy's gonna regret.
Yeah.
Make you regret
Yeah.
ever meeting me.
This little piggy's gonna take you under the table. Have you been under the table?
Yeah, exactly. And that'd probably be something to be into too, because your feet are under the table. Yeah, that would be it. You'd be sitting over here eating a salad, and they'd be like,
Yeah.
oh my God, let me look at your feet under the table. But yeah, then he was like, oh, I feel so weird about what happened. And I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
He didn't live even in LA, so I was like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like whatever. And then like a year later, he was like, I still think about the feet stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
We did.
We did the feet stuff.
How'd you know? How'd you know about the feet?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you knew.
You ruined me. Now I can't watch any other feet stuff.
Yeah, I can't even look at a fucking flip flop anymore.
Yeah.
I used to love flip flops. But then later he's like, could you please message me a picture of your feet? He's like, I'll give you $100. I was like, no, dude. I liked you. That's the only reason I did the feet stuff. Oh. It's not like I was like, oh yeah, the feet stuff, finally.
Yeah, finally.
The feet stuff. I was just like, oh yeah, I know how to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like rocket science.
Yeah.
Somebody
You
likes
put your,
feet.
Your feet toes together and be like,
No, I can't do that.
I got this. Imagine if you had chalk for your feet.
I just pulled up like a pocket knife and like undid it with my feet and put it back in the knife and put it back in the holster.
Yeah.
I was like, you never seen that.
You're not ready for me.
Brushing my hair,
You're not ready for me.
plucking my eyebrows,
Yeah.
shaving my own feet.
Doing a Rubik's Cube.
What are you? I've never seen anything like you before.
Oh.
I have a gecko feet. My feet always look like they're wet. I could zip up my own jacket. But no, yeah, he got freaked out, and then he regretted it.
Of course. You don't meet a fucking foot Jedi master like that
just
and fucking,
He's stupid.
you know what I mean? Leave that shit. Be like,
No.
I'm not ready.
He was
No.
he was scared. He was scared of the power.
You're scared.
He was scared of the power of the feet. But this story that I'm telling you right now actually led to me dating somebody else who was not into feet. Just thought it was funny. So it's like, you never know where the feet will lead you. You just got to start walking.
Yeah. You gotta just keep walking.
Yeah, and the feet are powerful. You just got to keep walking.
They sure are.
I don't mind it. I don't mind the foot fetish.
Yeah.
Because it's something I have.
Yeah.
You know, for me, it's like worse for guys that have big titty fetish because
Yeah.
it's like, I don't got that.
Right.
The feet, I got that. I got two.
Yeah.
I got 2 full feet.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but yeah, he ruined his chance.
Yeah.
Carlos.
Some girls are not into that feet thing either. You were very compliant about it, and you're like, I got this, and that.
Yeah, I
Other
knew
girls
what it was
get
about.
turned off about it. They're like, oh no, I'm not into that.
Yeah, but why
I
not?
met one girl like that.
You met one girl who you were like, I want to do the feet stuff, and she was like, no.
No, I didn't even ask her that. I didn't even present it like that. I just like
She just met you. She's
I
like,
just
I'm never
touched her. I just touched her feet. She's like, "Oh, you're a feet guy." No, I just touched your foot. I mean, I'm not Now you label me. I'm more than this.
And she was like, help me put on this sock, please. She just like got out of surgery and you put on sock. Oh, you're a feet guy, huh?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
fucking nasty pig.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it. That's what happened, Edi.
She's like, I'm going to draw the line right here in the sand.
Right.
Not with my
Not
foot.
with my foot, you dirty pervert.
I remember my mom telling me when I was really little, like 10, she was like, gotta be careful when you wear shoes. Because you gotta be careful when you wear shoes.
Come on. Your mom said that?
She's like, guys like feet. You never know what they like.
Never know what they like.
But this is so funny. You gotta be careful when you wear shoes.
That is funny.
When you wear shoes.
When you wear shoes.
Because guys like feet.
They like feet.
Like
You got that bunion.
when you
fucking,
gotta- gotta put on shoes.
They want.
When
they
you
like
gotta
that
put on
bunion.
shoes,
Yeah.
like you're like, oh man, are the guys gonna?
Yeah. Is that her Reebok's okay, ma? No?
You gotta be careful when you wear shoes.
Yeah,
It's like I was wearing shoes to be careful.
Yeah. They're steel toe, ma.
Are they non-slip? Whore. The non-slip shoes.
Non-slip.
Well, you're not trying to non-slip into that dick.
How about Crocs, ma? Are Crocs cool?
With the little holes.
Yeah.
Oh, why don't you just say, come fuck these little holes. Little feet holes. The Crocs took off too.
They did.
They took off, man. They took off in a way you could never take off in them if you were wearing them.
Yeah.
They were just the shoe. They became like the shoe of like white people. Now just like
And then
people wear
Tums
them.
came.
Tums?
Tums, yeah. They got a bellyache and they say, give me some
Tums?
Tums.
When you were a kid, did you eat like a whole thing of Tums? I did.
No.
Okay, I guess that was just like a personal
I drank
experience.
Pepto-Bismol, though.
I ate a whole bunch of Tums. And I had a whole bunch of CBD gummies.
When you were a kid?
No, like yesterday.
No, like before I came.
They were good.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any ice cream. So I was like,
how am I going to make it through this
CBD
podcast?
CBD gummies, they're yummies.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I used to do the edibles, and I had to stop, man. I was getting hangovers from weed.
No way.
Yeah, it was too strong.
Oh, I remember because you used to like smoke a lot, and
Yeah.
you would sometimes smoke with me, and it would be too much for me.
Yeah,
Like when I
yeah.
got in trouble with somebody, I was like, "No, I can't smoke that much. I say stupid stuff," and you're like, "No, it's fine."
Yeah.
You were like, "No, it's okay.
Yeah,
it's
all right.
cool."
No. Yeah,
And then like I
okay.
said something stupid, and you were like right next to me, and I was staring at you. I was like, "Dude, it happened." Someone was like, "Why would you say that?"
Yeah.
Right? It was like, and you were right there.
Right,
They were
right.
like, "That's really fucked up."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Wow, I never knew you would say something like
Yeah,
that." And I was
yeah.
like, right next to
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I was like, "Dude, it's because of you."
Yeah.
I told you I
I
can't.
thought it was hilarious, though.
I told you I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
No, because
Yeah.
I'm too free of a talker.
Yeah.
I just say it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just say it. I wish, and then that's when the anxiety comes the next day, where I'm like, "What the fuck did I say?"
Who do you get that from?
I think it's from being homeschooled, because you don't grow up with
Oh,
socialization.
Yeah.
And you're just used to being able to tell anybody anything because it's
Ah.
everybody's in your family.
Right.
So you don't really learn like, hey, we don't say
Oh,
that kind of
right.
thing.
Yeah.
And my
yeah.
mom is very open and
Ah.
like is very joking, and she likes to say sexual jokes and stuff.
Really?
So yeah, I never really learned that that was like inappropriate
Oh.
or you shouldn't do that.
Okay.
But my dad's like super against that kind of stuff. My dad doesn't like sexual humor at all. My dad doesn't even like when you wear shoes outside without like shoes on. So you have to think about what were you saying before? You have to be careful what you wear outside. But yeah, my dad is like so classy. He would never have a TikTok. But
Huh?
yeah, my mom's not like that. So I always grew up with my parents kind of just, my mom mostly raised us. So it would be like, yeah, say whatever you want. And then later I'd be like, was this a homeschool thing to say? Like, was I being so weird?
Uh-huh.
A thing I realize I have to stop doing is telling people that people don't like me. Like I would always say like, oh, I know I'm not really liked, or people always talk trash about me and stuff like that without even really knowing that. I just assumed that.
Okay.
I just assumed that.
Yeah.
And so I would tell people that to see like if they would agree. I'd be like, oh yeah, everybody hates me.
Yeah.
I'm like, right?
Right?
I'd be like, right, you guys? And like sometimes they'd be like, yeah, I noticed you don't get as many things as other people. I'd be like, what?
That's funny. It's hilarious.
I'd be like, yeah, people don't like me. And they'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah, man, you don't get like as
Right?
many things as
No,
you
it's because you're not funny. Like, you son of a bitch.
And then I was like, yeah, I gotta stop saying that.
Oh,
I think it's like
Yeah.
a defense mechanism to be like,
Yeah,
hey, I'm
it is.
not
right.
I'm not a threatening
Right.
person.
Right.
I'm,
Or
I have
you just like compliments.
I have insecurities.
Yeah.
I think people don't like me.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
when people
No, Edie, people love you.
that's what you
Yeah,
want.
You're not
but
annoying.
but like usually that's what happens. But like I would say like 1 out of 5 times it's like, oh yeah. I don't understand. It's like mostly like guys and girls that don't like you. Like you
Especially Stacy. She just said that
like
in the bathroom.
when I met you, I didn't like you. And like I still kind of don't. And you're like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I was like, yeah, I guess. And I'm glad you already know it, Because the
Glad it's out.
the fact that you know it, like
Yeah.
I feel comfortable
Yeah.
saying it now.
Sure.
But like,
it's out and open.
I just think you're like a nerd. I don't know, like a bad person. Like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
wow, but you're really self-aware.
Yeah. You're-
That's what I like about you is you're self-aware.
yeah.
So you like me? No, I don't like you.
I don't like you, no.
And nobody does.
But you ask good questions,
Like I remember when you got hurt at rock paper and you asked for a ride to the hospital and everyone was laughing because they hated you.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I would have gave you a ride home, but you're annoying.
They can't stand being alone with you. So. Yeah, so that's the main. I just realized that like a couple days ago, I was like, I've just stopped saying everybody hates me or people don't like me, even
Yeah.
though if I feel it, I didn't need to not say it because I said it for so long.
Yeah.
And people would be like, no,
Yeah.
people like you.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, cool. And it made me feel a little better.
Yeah.
And then yesterday, one of the people that I always said this to was like, haven't you ever noticed people don't like her? Like, she doesn't get shit. And I was like, oh my God, so were you lying to me this whole time? Do people really not like me? And look, I said I was going to stop saying it. I'm saying it right now.
Yeah.
People like me.
People like me.
Listen, people like me. My mom,
Yeah.
she's getting there.
Yeah. She's getting there.
She is. She's getting there, My dad,
She's not affectionate.
no.
She's not.
My mom's never said I love you.
Oh.
Not once.
Not once?
Not once.
Wow. She must be really white.
She's
Yeah.
her name. Her name and social security number. No, she's completely white. She's Irish.
Yeah.
But my dad is Mexican, like
Yeah.
native Mexican. I guess he's Aztec. We did a DNA test and found out he's like
and
half
him?
Aztec.
Or you?
Him
Yeah.
and he's Filipino.
Jesus.
I say I love you all the time though.
Does he say it?
My dad,
Yeah.
who raised me, does say it. My family will say it to me back as if I say it first.
Oh, okay.
But not my mom. She just like
She won't say it back?
Mm-mm.
Have you ever brought it up to her?
No, I think it just makes her feel awkward.
Ah.
But if it was just me, then I would feel weird. But it's like everybody. Now I'm like, okay, that's your thing,
Yeah.
and it's not because of me.
Yeah. But
'Cause
she
doesn't
shows you
say-
love, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
My
sho-
mom will like make you something. She'll sew you something, or she'll buy you a gift or something. But she won't
Will she hug
say
you?
it. Yeah, if I hug her.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I remember when I was a kid, if I would try to hug her or something, she would ask me if I was a lesbian.
Really? Come on. No.
She would, wait, some kind of lesbian? Stop.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, or if I was like, can I have some of your candy? We would have to like line up in the living room like this, and she could throw it at us as hard as she wanted. And that's how we would get candy from her. And she would think it was funny.
Oh, okay.
And it was funny. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that it was like abusive.
Yeah.
Or
She does have a sense of humor.
yeah. She's like silly, but kind of like detached like that way.
Yeah.
But not my dad or my grandparents or other people. My brothers and sisters are, but I say I love you to them and they'll say it back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they're used to her not saying it. So
Right.
it makes them feel a little awkward.
Yeah.
But I'm not like that.
Yeah.
I kind of like wear my heart on my sleeve kind of person. But I grew up with my grandparents being really, really, really loving towards me. So I grew up kind of differently than they all did.
But they didn't have the same grandparents?
No. They have we have a different dad.
Oh, okay.
So they grew up with a different grandparent family.
So how's that work around the holidays? Do you go to
They
your
would always
grandparents?
stay with us.
Oh.
My sisters and brothers would always have holidays with us because we were more into it. And before I was born, I was adopted by my dad and his family, who are white people.
Okay.
So I was raised by only white people.
Okay.
Not my dad, who is Aztec and Filipino. So I was only raised with this white family, and then my mom married into that family.
Oh,
She married the guy who adopted me.
Oh, okay.
So my sisters...
After he adopted you, or together?
I think he was when she was pregnant with me.
Oh, okay. She was pregnant with you?
Yeah. I know, it's a little complicated. My mom was pregnant with me, and she was married to my dad, who was a brown guy.
Okay.
And then he didn't want me.
Okay.
When she was pregnant with me. He didn't want another girl.
Yeah.
And so he let my mom give me up for adoption.
Oh.
And then the guy who adopted me ended up marrying my mom.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm actually not really raised by my brown side of the family at all.
Oh, okay.
But that's why I have a really close relationship with my grandparents.
Yeah.
And my sisters who are older than me, they don't. Because they belong more to the other family. So then...
The white people?
No, the brown people.
Oh, the brown.
So my dad is brown, my mom is white.
Yeah.
She got pregnant with me, and then my dad, the brown guy, didn't want me, so he gave me up, and somebody else adopted me who was white. With the whole white family who had no other kids.
Right.
And so then my mom married into that family.
Okay.
Instead of staying with this family.
Right.
But my mom already had 2 older kids. So my 2 older sisters, they were already my biological dad's kids.
Okay.
He already knew them. They were already born, whatever.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So they still stayed in between my mom and him. But since I was adopted, I stayed with my adopted family and my mom.
Oh, okay.
I know it's so complicated. But that's why I'm named Edie, because my dad's name is Eddie. The guy who adopted me is Eddie, and I'm Edie. He's Edward, and I'm Adrina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I was his first kid. And he was 25.
Oh, okay.
And he adopted me, even though he was 25.
And how old were you?
I was just born.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so when I've talked to my biological dad, he's been like, well, I didn't think you were mine when your mom was pregnant with you. I thought you were his because I saw them talking and stuff. And then, but I was like, when I came out, I look like you. The guy who adopted me is German.
Oh, okay.
No dark hair, no dark features at all.
And your mom's all light hair?
Yeah. No, my mom has black hair and green eyes, but she's very pale. Okay. Paler than me. And I know I look a little paler.
Yeah.
So I think that he just didn't want it.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, well, I don't want to pay more child support.
Yeah.
So he was like, okay.
How many kids does he have?
I have no idea.
Really?
No, he got a tattoo with all of his kids' names on it, and I definitely saw some names I didn't know. I was like, who's Raymond? And he was like, oh, that's your brother. And I was like, oh, okay. He's like, oh, he's nice. You should meet him.
Yeah, you should meet him.
He put all of our names and birthdays.
Wow.
And he got my birthday wrong.
Oh.
Yeah,
When's your birthday?
He put May 18th on May 17th.
Ah.
Yeah. And he's like, it's really easy to change. I was like, it's a
Taurus.
tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Taurus.
Me too.
Oh, I think we talked about this before, and Taurus are the
8th.
best.
Yeah.
Taurus are the best. The most predictable people you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
They don't surprise you with anything.
Yeah, no.
No, they are very stable.
Yeah. Thank you. That's very accurate. Yeah.
No, it is. Then they're the most stable people. A lot of my friends are Tauruses because they are constant.
Yeah.
You know exactly who they are.
I know you for at least 10 years.
Yeah. We've known each other for a long time.
Yeah. So you've always been the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's very true.
That's how it is. They don't put on personas or anything. They're very true to who they are. But in the same sense, because they're so true to who they are, they're stubborn.
Yeah.
Very stubborn.
That's true.
But what I found is, and I might be speaking a little bit obscured, but I always find out I'm right. I tell people how to do stuff and then they don't do it and then it blows up in their face. And I'm like, that's why I was being stubborn because I know how to do it. But that's the big complaint about the Taurus is that You can always depend on them. You can always rely on how they're going to be. They don't act crazy, but they are like, once you challenge them, they won't budge.
Yeah. But see, I'm like that, but I pick my battles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I put my foot in the ground and I say, no, this is how it is, it's because I really believe it. You know what I mean? It's not over something silly and stupid and whatever. It's like,
well, they're not like confrontational. Tauruses are not really confrontational. It's just that they don't like change. They don't like unnecessary change. Like, they're very constant. Like, when you go in the bathroom, you always use the same stall. Like that kind of stuff.
yeah.
But I always find Tauruses I like and Leos I like, because I like their flamboyance.
Yeah.
I like to be entertained by them.
Yeah.
I like people who are born in August. I like people who are born in May. That's about it.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, and I like people born in July. I like Cancers.
Right on.
They're nice.
Cool.
Okay, good.
Did you say so? Yeah. No, that's so true. I mean, I think all the characteristics of the Taurus, I pretty much embody, right? They say, like, we like the finer things in life, and I thought everyone likes the finer things in life.
No,
right?
they don't. Some people buy cheap because it's cheap,
Yeah.
but Taurus usually will buy something more expensive but use it longer, because that's also about consistency.
Yeah.
You don't go into fads. If you buy something, you want it to last because you know your interest is staked in it.
That's true.
Yeah, it's like, are you gonna buy like
all this gear right here is like top notch, but it'll last you. you know?
Yeah, that's what it is.
They say buy it nice or buy it twice.
Yeah, exactly. But some people, their personality and their mind changes so much that they don't want to buy things that are really expensive, because they're like, well, what if I'm not into that anymore?
Yeah.
What if I stop doing that?
Well,
then
we're consistent.
yeah, but we're like, no, we'll do this forever. It's like buying a nice wedding ring because you're going to be with the same person forever.
Yeah.
Or buying a cheap one because you know you're going to have to buy 10 more.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's why we like nice things.
Nice.
Nice. Definitely.
I love it. All right, so let's bring this home. Edi Gibson, Edi Bliss. That's your middle name, Bliss?
Yeah, that's my real middle name. I'm not like a stripper or something. I'm not trying to be cute.
Yeah.
People always ask me that. They're like, is that you just made that up?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, that's my real middle name. It was my grandmother's name.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the guy who sings Proud to Be an American, my uncle, it's his mom.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Bliss. Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
So I'm named after her.
And he's from Sacramento?
He's from California,
Oh, okay.
Northern California. I don't know if it's exactly Sacramento, but
Yeah.
Northern California.
And
Might
he's
be
got like a southern twang, right? A little bit to his voice, or
Yeah, I guess a little bit. If tomorrow all the things were gone.
Is he loaded?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I was too.
Yeah.
Then I'd buy a lot of nice things once.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'd buy a Ford.
Yeah.
Not a truck though.
No.
I'd buy a Chevy truck, and then I'd buy a Ford Mustang or something that'll last you. I'd buy a Toyota Camry.
Yeah.
That shit never dies.
They don't.
You know,
They don't die.
you can have like a before Christ Toyota Camry.
Yeah. Right on. So, your website?
You could find me on Instagram at Edi. Girl, I don't even know. I just changed it. You can pretty much find me anywhere at
You
Edi.
could change your Instagram?
Yeah. I changed it because it was Edi Gibson Comedy, but I don't really do comedy no more since
That's fucking sad.
there's been a pandemic. It's Edi Gibson 07.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I went straight with the high school vibe.
Nice. Yeah,
And
don't go
then-
for 06. She's played out. 07. That's where it's at.
07. And then I'm at True Scary Stories with Edi. There's a Instagram. Edi is spelled EDI. True Scary Stories with Edi, the Instagram. True Scary Stories with Edi, the Facebook. True Scary Stories with Edi, the website. That's my podcast, which is probably the most profitable thing I do. It's got over like 1 million
Right on.
people downloading it. I know.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Because I don't sound smart when I'm doing it. I sound like this. I can't believe people want to hear about it.
Yeah.
I have to actually do it tonight. I was just going to not do it.
Oh, do it.
Yeah.
Do it. I mean, you're so good at it, right?
Wow, that scared me. Do it. Yeah, I could talk forever.
Yeah, no, I could talk to you for days, Edie. Like I said, we've known each other a long time, and you're awesome. And maybe that was because you were a Taurus.
Yeah.
And you know, we like honestly, I like you know, Don Rickles is one of my favorite stand-up comedians of all time.
Cool.
He's a Taurus.
Oh.
His birthday's on the same day as mine. And
Wow.
yeah, Jeff Garcia, the guy I featured for, my first real paying gigs as a stand-up comedian. He's a Taurus too. I thought he was funny as fuck. He's one of the funniest guys I ever.
And when you meet them, you might not like them.
Yeah.
But you'll never meet them again and like them, because they'll still be unlikable to you because they're consistent.
Yeah. There you go. I love it. Well, thank you for coming by, Edie. It was great seeing you, and good luck with everything. All right. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.